Phoenix Suns play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Welcome back inside the Moda Center in Portland. It is time for tonight's health update, brought to you by Banner Health, official healthcare partner of the Phoenix Suns, who are still without their backcourt guys, Jalen Green and Grayson Allen. Green out a few more weeks with the right hamstring strain before he's reevaluated. Grayson Allen getting closer, according to head coach Jordan Ott, with the right quadriceps contusion. Meanwhile, for the Blazers, no Scoot Henderson, a left hamstring tear. Damian Lillard, we discussed, out for the season with a left Achilles tear. Matisse Thybulle dealing with a left thumb sprain. Blake Wesley, a right foot fracture. Drew Holiday's missed the last couple games with a right calf soreness. And Jeremy Grant was a late addition to the injury report. He is out with an illness here tonight. We'll tell you who's in, starting lineups, and tip-off straight ahead. Ride to the game in style with Desert Rose Worldwide Transportation, the preferred transportation partner of the beautiful Mortgage Matchup Center. Their premium fleet includes sedans, SUVs, Sprinter vans, minibuses, and, of course, beautiful stretch limousines. Whether it's a corporate event, special occasion, or a safe and stylish ride to see the Suns in action, Desert Rose will make every effort to ensure your ride is memorable. Visit DesertRoseLimos.com and book your ride today.
Quitting nicotine can feel overwhelming, but with the Ash Line, you're never alone. Arizona's Quit Line offers free support, whether you want to quit cigarettes, vapes, pouches, or chew. You'll be matched with a Quit coach to create a custom plan and keep you motivated. Resources are available 24/7, no matter your insurance status. The Ash Line can help you quit for good. Call 800-55-66222 or text START My Quit to 300-500 to get started. Prefer to chat online? Visit ashline.org.
Oh, you didn't know? Gila River Resorts and Casinos is Arizona's #1 casino, and no one does it better. So, play hard, relax like a movie star, party like a rock star, and dine like a king or a queen. However you do you, no one lets you take it to legendary status like we do. Gila River Resorts and Casinos. You do you. Visit one of our 4 locations, Wild Horse Pass, Lone Butte, Vicuiva, or Santan Mountain, or visit GilaCasinos.com to learn more.
Louis Tomlinson presents How Did We Get Here? World Tour 2026. Louis Tomlinson. Live in Phoenix. Mortgage Matchup Center, June 14th. The brand new album, How Did I Get Here, is available everywhere January 23rd. Get tickets now at louis-tomlinson.com.
The home of Phoenix Suns basketball, Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Time for tonight's starting lineups here in Portland, Oregon. First for the visiting Phoenix Suns. They come in 8-6, 2-4 on the road under head coach Jordan Ott. In his first season, he's assisted by Jesse Mermis, Damari Carroll, Jason Allen, John Little, Brian Randall, Mike Muscala, Sean Dwyer, and Mateen Cleaves. And in the backcourt tonight, Devin Booker at 6'5", 206 pounds in his 11th season out of Kentucky, averaging 28.4 points and 7 assists a game so far, both in the top 15 in the NBA coming in. Dylan Brooks, back-to-back 30-point games for the first time in his 9-year career. In his 9th season out of Oregon, 6'7", 225-pounder, joins Booker in the backcourt. He's averaging 22 points a game now after those back-to-back 30 burgers. Ryan Dunn starts at one forward spot, 6'6", 214, second year out of Virginia. Royce O'Neal, the other, in his 9th season out of Baylor at 6'6" and 226 pounds. And Mark Williams starts in the middle, 7'1", 240-pound center in his 4th year out of Duke. So again, Williams back to play his 13th game of the season and make his 10th start here tonight. For the Portland Trail Blazers, they come in 6-7 on the season, 3-2 here at home. Head coach Chauncey Billups was immediately suspended and removed placed on immediate leave back on October 23rd and replaced by Tiago Splitter, who is the active head coach. Spent last year as the head coach of Paris basketball. And he is assisted by Nate Bjorkman, Patrick St. Andrews, Quentin Crawford, Ronnie Burrell, James Posey, who was on the Sun staff last year, and Gilbert Abraham. In the backcourt for the Blazers, Denny Avdia, 6'9", 228-pound, 6th-year pro out of Israel, who's been playing at a super high level. He's scored over 20 points in all but one game this season. He's joined by Shaedon Sharpe, 6'6", 210-pounder in his fourth year from Kentucky. He's averaged 30 points a game over the last 4 for the Blazers. Chris Murray starts for the injured Jeremy Grant, who's out sick, actually. 6'8", 218-pounder in his third year from Iowa. Toumani Camara, the other forward, 6'8", 230-pounder in his third year from Dayton. All-NBA defensive team, second-team performer last year in year 2 for him. And Donovan Clingan is the starting center, 7'3", 280-pounder in his second year from UConn. And he has been a force on the board so far, TK.
Sure has, and they are definitely shorthanded. All the guys that you just mentioned are guys that have, contributed in big ways. So where do they find that pickup from? Who steps up for them tonight? So another opportunity for the Suns to really get a nice win on the road.
Suns wearing their white uniforms, trimmed in orange and purple tonight with Suns across their chest. Portland in the City Edition PDX across their chest in white. They've got a turquoise stripe, maybe aqua is the color we go with. I'm looking at Mike Shacker. He's not really giving me an affirmative. It's the airport carpet color, according. Okay, that's what they're rocking, and black is the dominant color of the uniform. And our officials tonight, Mark Davis, Trey Maddox, and Brandon Schwab, all did their shopping at Nike earlier today. I witnessed it, and now they're out calling the game. As Dylan Brooks has it into the forecourt, Suns win the opening jump. Mark Williams hands it to Booker on the far side. He dribbles to his left and backs it out to Brooks, top of the arc. Penetrates, dumps it to Williams. He'll lay it up and in.
What a nice play. Again, it's aggressive cutting, making the defense react to you. The big guy steps up, and he just dumps it to Mark for that nice little 3-foot shot in front of the rim.
So a good start for the Suns. They lead it 2-0. Avdia throws in the right corner. On the drive, Kamara back outside. It goes to Clingan down low. His shot is blocked by Williams, who grabs it out of the air, but they say it's on its way down.
Bill Russell would be very pleased with that block shot, even though they got called for a goaltending. Bill Russell was the greatest at it. He just doesn't understand why players of today try to block the ball into the stands. Does nothing for you.
That's how he snatched the ball.
Yeah, Bill Russell was the greatest at blocking a shot but keeping possession for his team.
Chris Murray hounding Dylan Brooks as he brings it up the floor. Brooks finds Williams at the free throw line. He drives on Clingan, takes him to the left block, floats one up short, but a foul on the Blazers' big man. And Mark Williams gets a trip to the line.
At times, John, early in the season, they have gone to Mark Williams, offensively in the low post, at the dotted line on catches. I'd like to see him do it more, get that inside-outside game going. Mark's a very talented player in the low post. And when he gets to the free throw line, he's usually pretty good. He missed the first one, so.
Shooting 78% this season from the line, 61% from the floor. And that, tells a story because, again, he's a guy who has a bunch of different moves in his arsenal offensively. He's not just at the bucket all the time. He has had a number of dunks, and he gets the second free throw to go, puts the Suns up 3-2, all 3 of those points coming from Mark Williams. Now Sharp on the drive, gets all the way to the rim and lays it in with the running left-hander. That's what Shaedon Sharp's going to do to you. He loves attacking the rim, and he's excellent when he gets there. He has his first bucket. Now Ryan Dunn dribbling right side. Stops on the elbow and backs it out to Brooks beyond the arc. He has Avdia defending him now. Drives him into the paint. Gets blocked from behind by Kamara, and a foul is called. Toumani Camara wants to challenge. But Ryan Dunn was in traffic. Or rather, Dylan Brooks was. And Kamara came from behind. Brooks was one-on-one with Avdia, and he's at the free throw line now for 2 shots. How about his offense as of late? We know all the intangibles and what Dylan brings to the table.
I was going to ask you, are you surprised with how good he is offensively?
No, because of I think I told you this when we first talked about him in the beginning of the season. Having watched a lot of him at Oregon, I remember how explosive he was offensively. And in his first couple years of Memphis, he seemed to be a little bit more offensive-minded. First free throw, no good. He made the second.
Yeah, great to see him, open that offensive game here in Phoenix.
Speaking of Oregon, he's wearing his duck-colored Nikes tonight as Brooks gets back on defense against Sharp. Step back jumper from 18 for Shaedon is no good. Short. Royce O'Neal the rebound. We're tied at 4. 10:20 to go. Quarter number 1. Booker around a screen from Williams. Has it dribbling at the free throw line. Keeps coming to the rim. He'll lay it up too strong. And Clingan has it for the Blazers. So Book had a nice move there, just couldn't finish. Avdia dumps to Sharp, goes back outside. Murray a 3, that's good on the right wing for Chris Murray.
Yeah, transition bucket. The Suns missed a layup, and then Portland goes the other way.
Now Booker gives it up to Williams, gets it back on the right baseline. He'll try a jumper there and hit it, but a foul is called on Mark Williams before the shot. And it's going to go the other way. Trey Maddox says Mark Williams is guilty. His first personal. It'll be Avdia inbounding on the near side. With Sharp coming to help him in the backcourt against full court defensive pressure from Dunn and Brooks.
No, it's Brooks and Dunn.
Thank you for the correction there. Here's Williams defending Avdia's drive. He got partial deflection. Avdia knocks it out of bounds, and the Suns will get it. Good defense there by Mark Williams. You have a favorite Brooks and Dunn song?
Oh, they're good. They got a couple of classics.
That's a classic country outfit for those of you who don't know. It's also, we're referring to Ryan Dunn and Dylan Brooks in basketball terms. Here's Devin Booker ducking under on the baseline. Gives it to Williams, who spins in the lane, puts it up and in over Klingon.
Another nice move. Now we're going to get a delay of game warning against the Suns as Devin Booker knocked the ball out of bounds. But again, another nice move in the paint. And Mark Williams finishes over the top of another big 7-footer who's known for blocking shots.
7'3", Donovan Klingon, who's holding on the right wing now as he's outside. The arc gives to Sharp, who drives, hangs, misses. Rebound tipped by Dunn into the hands of O'Neal. Suns trailing by a point. 9:05 left in the first. O'Neal stepping into a deep three. He got it straight away. Blows a kiss to the Suns bench, and the Suns go up 9-7. Under 9 minutes left in quarter number one. Royce O'Neal's first points of the night after a really tough first half against the Hawks. And how many shots he missed. Staying with it as Avdia gets a three on the right side. It rims off, no good. And the rebound into the hands of Booker. Outlet pass Brooks, streaking towards the rim. He'll put it up and in with the left hand.
What a great play by Dylan Brooks. If he doesn't come back and just kind of take that extra step to come back and get it, it looks like it's going to be a steal.
Shaedon Sharp, a deep three. That's short. Rebound knocked out of bounds. And it's going to be Suns basketball as Royce O'Neal was battling underneath. 8:26 left to go, and the Suns on a run right now to take an 11-7 lead.
And it was 7-4, so it was a 7-0 run.
That's good quick math there, TK.
Thank you, John Bro.
Who said we wouldn't be on top of it on a late-night game? Dylan Brooks up the right wing, gives to Booker. He's driving through the paint, swings left side. O'Neal, a three, got another one. Royce O'Neal back-to-back deep shots, and it's 14-7. Suns on top, making a 10-0 run. 8:05 to go in the first. Now it's a steal. Ryan Dunn took it away from Shaedon Sharp, gives to Booker. Suns with numbers, back to Dunn. He'll fly to the rim, missed the layup, but Williams is there. He'll jam it home with both hands. And a timeout for Portland with 7:54 to go. Quarter number one, the Suns have put a dozen straight on the board and lead it 16-7 here at Moda Center.
Every day begins with the promise of something new, a new perspective, a fresh start. At Banner Health, right here, right now, we're pioneering new ways to treat cancer with our own immune systems. We're among the first to treat Parkinson's with a patient's own cells. And we're a world leader in artificial heart implantation, all while training over 1,300 doctors every year. Impressive, right? It's just another Banner day. Banner Health.
The 2025-26 NBA season is back, and your Phoenix Suns are looking to light up the Valley.
Left side, stepping into a deep three. He knocked it
Experience
down.
every highlight play and defensive stop from tip-off to the final buzzer. You won't want to miss a moment. Nothing beats the energy of Suns basketball live.
Who takes him to the boom hole.
Secure your seats today at Suns.com.
At Bell Bank, the Valley is our home, and we're committed to investing in our community. With 4 locations across the Phoenix Metro, you'll find all the financial tools you need to reach your goals. Whether you're saving for the future, starting a business, or buying your first home, we have the experience and expertise you can count on. And we're proud to be the official bank of the Phoenix Suns. Visit Bell.Bank to learn more. Bell Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Phoenix Suns have a new coach, a new GM, and some new young and talented players, but some things remain the same, like D. Book and D. Schwartz. That's Dr. Schwartz for those asking. Yes, the team eye doctor of your Suns is back for his 26th season. While he may not be able to dribble behind his back, he is the most advanced LASIK surgeon in the Valley. So for those of you interested in LASIK surgery, the Schwartz Laser Eye Center is offering free consults in Scottsdale, Glendale, and Mesa. Call 480-483-EYES or go online at teamidoc.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Phoenix Suns play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
7:54 left to go. Quarter number one here in Portland. Suns out to a 16-7 lead. And TK, they're on a good run right now.
Yeah, they sure are. And how about Devin Booker with 3 assists already? That last 3 that Royce O'Neal made. Devin was at the dotted line. Could have pulled up. Had a nice short little, midi jump shot. But saw the defense, read the defense, saw a teammate at the three-point line and makes a great pass.
Then you got Mark Williams following up a miss from Ryan Dunn with a jam. He's locked in right now, 7 points to lead the Suns for Williams. And they stick with their starters out on the floor. Portland also doing the same under Tiago Splitter, who's the active head coach right now here for the Blazers. Into the forecourt. Toumani Camara on the dribble against Devin Booker. Gives it up to Sharp. Booker switches on him as he dribbles to the top of the key. Backs up, then starts to drive. Goes to the rim. Layup goes for Shaedon Sharp. And that's tough for anybody to stop, including Devin Booker, who did his best. Shaedon Sharp, 2 for 5.
Just want to get on his right hand a little bit more. Really, really good going to his right.
That ends the 12-0 Suns run. Here's Brooks. Step back jumper over Sharp, and that one goes just inside the free throw line for Dillon Brooks. Maybe got away with a little bit of a shove with that off arm. He's got 5 points on the night, does Brooks. And the Suns are back up 18-9. Now Brooks trying to tie up Denny Avdia, who drives past him, but it's a foul on Dillon.
Dillon took a little trip over to see his alma mater play. He was over in Eugene yesterday.
He got there quick because that game was starting, dinner time, 7 o'clock start, and we landed, a little before 5. Eugene's not right around the corner. A couple-hour drive. Maybe a helicopter, do you think?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Yeah.
That's what I would do.
He's got friends here. Former Duck. Now he's playing defense. Is Sharp. Steps to his left, shoots a 3, too strong off the back iron. Dunn tips it over to Booker. Thought about an outlet pass to Williams, who streaked ahead. Instead, Booker on the drive against Chris Murray. Takes him all the way to the right elbow, backs him into the lane, stops at the dotted line, pivots, fades, and couldn't get the roll. It's Donovan Clingan grabbing it off the rim for Portland. 6:40 left in the first. Suns by 9, 18-9. Sharp flips it on the right side. It's a long 3 for Sissoko, who just checked in. It's going to ricochet out of bounds.
And that's a good play by Devin right there. You don't want to close out and, over close out against a guy that, maybe not be your best three-point shooter. So stays in front of him, closes out on him, but doesn't give him the chance to be aggressive and go by him.
City Sissoko only made 1 of 5 coming in. As now Gillespie's going to try a deep 3. It rattles out. Williams, another offensive board. Back to Booker. He's open for 3. And that rims off the front iron. And Caleb Love, who just checked in, has the rebound. He throws the ball away as Royce O'Neal gets a steal. 2-on-1 with Brooks. He gives it to Dillon. He'll lay it up and have it roll off. No good. Sissoko gets the rebound. All alone there against the 2 Suns. Now it's ahead to Sharp. In transition, he backs it out beyond the arc. Midway point of the first quarter, Suns by 9. Here's a drive by Sissoko. Left side Love for 3. He got it. Caleb Love, the former Arizona Wildcat, able to get his first points of the night. He's 4 of 16 from 3 so far this season. And now Brooks loose with the dribble. Gets it stolen by Sissoko. Left corner, it's Love. Another 3. That one's off the back rim. Sissoko, the offensive board. And he backs it out to Murray. They rotate it right baseline to Clingan, and he gets it to Sissoko, left wing for 3. Short. Rebound taken by Caleb Love, and now the Blazers showing all the effort. It's Sharp through the lane. Lob pass to Clingan. Can't get the alley-oop. Loose in the paint, and Booker lost it out to Murray. It's Clingan down low. Bounce pass Sharp, he'll jam it.
Wow, what a sequence right there. And Jordan Knox calling a timeout, try to settle this down.
Blazers fans love the effort of their team, as now it's back to a 4-point game as Portland has scored the last 5. We have a timeout on the floor, 5:21 left to go in quarter number 1. Suns 18, Blazers 14.
Sun Auto Network, the official auto and tire service partner of the Phoenix Suns, is your one-stop shop for car care. With 60 Valley locations, Grulix, Sun Devil Auto, and Wilhelm, we bring you complete tire and auto service with national coverage. From oil changes and brakes to new tires and full-service repair, we've got every mile covered. And with the strength of the Sun Auto Network, you get the same expert care, benefits, and trusted service wherever the road takes you. Sun Auto Network. Local care, national strength. Drive confidently. Go Suns.
At GEHA, we stand behind our members because we were founded by members. We're not focused on Wall Street. We're focused on Main Street. So we've built dental plans with 100% coverage for in-network preventive care, with access to a nationwide network of nearly 600,000 provider locations. GEHA is proud to offer dental plans exclusively for federal employees, federal retirees, and military retirees. Visit GEHA.com to learn more.
Give up bread to reach your health goals? We would never. Hero Bread makes soft, fluffy, and delicious bread, buns, tortillas, and more, all with ultra-low net carbs, 0-gram sugar, and high fiber. Each serving boasts more protein than conventional grocery store options, so you can crush your macros. Hero also drops other limited edition, ultra-low net carb baked goods, like rich, flaky croissants, and more. Find Hero Bread at your local Sprouts or Whole Foods Market, or online at hero.co. That's HERO.co.
Megan Trainor, the Get In Girl Tour, live in Phoenix, with special guest Icona Pop. Megan Trainor, playing at Mortgage Matchup Center August 13th. Get tickets this Friday at 10 a.m. at livenation.com.
At Bell Bank, the Valley is our home, and we're committed to investing in our community. With 4 locations across the Phoenix Metro, you'll find all the financial tools you need to reach your goals. Whether you're saving for the future, starting a business, or buying your first home, we have the experience and expertise you can count on. And we're proud to be the official bank of the Phoenix Suns. Visit Bell.Bank to learn more. Bell Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The home of Phoenix Suns basketball, Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
And a reminder, don't just pay, PayPal, preferred payments partner of the Phoenix Suns, who lead the Blazers 18-14. We have 5:21 left to go in quarter number 1, and Portland countering a Phoenix run with one of their own.
Suns still up 4. It's 18-14, 5:21 to go in a quarter. It looks like Portland's going to come out in the zone, John Bloom, so plenty of time to recognize it and deal with it.
You've already recognized it from up here. We'll see if the Suns have from down there. Colin Gillespie gets the inbounds pass, brings it up the floor, and finds Devin Booker just inside the timeline to get into their offensive set. Brooks on the right wing, driving through the paint, gives to O'Neal. An open 3 left side is good again. Royce O'Neal 3 up and 3 down so far tonight from distance. He leads all scorers with 9, and the Suns retake a 7-point lead, 21-14. Shaedon Sharpe, another drive through the lane. This time misses the running left-hander, and the ball ricochets out of bounds off of Devin Booker.
Suns just aren't coming up with the ball off the glass right now. A lot of tips and not a lot of clean rebounds. Got to go after that thing with 2 hands. Got Nick Richards coming in, most likely for Mark Williams.
You are correct. And you like that they made Sharpe go to his left that time.
Yeah.
You're mentioning his strong hand to the right.
Big difference, even at the pro level, when you get a guy that really likes. Whoops.
Sharpe on an inbounds pass, gets it into Robert Williams III, who just checked in. He sets a screen for Love, drives to the left block, runner up and in off the window for Caleb Love, who's made an immediate impact off the bench. He's got 5 points, and the Suns' lead is 5, 21-16 with 4:40 left, quarter number 1. Booker directing traffic in between the rings, has Sharpe watching him there. Now it's Richards driving to the right block. He'll lay it up and in over the smaller Chris Murray. Good take by Nick Richards.
Yeah, again, they called the zone, and Devin put Nick right in the middle, and there's no shot blocker on the floor right now.
Murray on the drive. They get it around the perimeter. Sharp's going to try a three, and it goes halfway down, pops out. Sissoko slaps it out of bounds, and it'll be Suns basketball with 4:13 left in the first.
Because with his zone, it's not a true college zone, so you got Williams on the court, but he's not in position to be a shot blocker in that zone. Now Nick Richards takes it right to him again. Puts a nice little shot off the glass.
Nick Richards back-to-back takes against Robert Williams III, and the Suns are up 9, 25-16. Under 4 minutes to go. Here's a long three, up and good. Caleb Love is feeling it off the bench for the Blazers. He's made 3 out of 4 from deep. And if you've watched Arizona Wildcats ball or North Carolina when he was playing for the Tar Heels, you can see him light it up. Now we get a foul, offensive foul on the Suns. What'd you see there, TJ?
Exactly. Colin Gillespie pushed him to get free, but the defender had 2 arms wrapped around him. So call the first one. Call the hold.
Instead, it's a foul on Gillespie. That's his first. And it's Jordan Goodwin checking in to replace Dylan Brooks, who leaves with 5 points. A couple of assists as well for Brooks. Denny Avdia bringing it into the forecourt. Jordan Goodwin defending it. Now Booker switches on Avdia. He drives into the right block, stops, and backs it out for a three, which is up and short from Kamara, but jammed in by Robert Williams III. And that's now a 4-point game, 25-21. Suns on top with 3:20 to go in the first. Booker dribbling left wing. Caleb Love defending him. He spins to his right, gets around a pick from Richards. Now dribbles to the left elbow, fades and hits the jumper. Devin Booker gets to his spot, knocks it down, and the Suns go up by 6, 27-21. Booker with his first points of the night. Toumani Camara dribbling on the right wing. Goodwin defends him there. He backs it out to Avdia near the logo on the center court. Back over to Camara, left side now. They play catch. Avdia streaks to the rim. Layup no good. Richards contested it, and Goodwin comes away with it quickly into the forecourt. He waits at the top of the arc and gives to Booker on the left wing. Still 15 on the shot clock. Devin puts it on the deck against Caleb Love. Goodwin sets a screen, and now Williams switches on Booker. He backs it out all the way to midcourt. 8 seconds to shoot as he bounces to Goodwin. Cross-court pass deflected by Williams and stolen by Kamara. Avdia streaking towards the rim. Gets all the way there. Layup goes as he gets knocked down looking for a whistle. He didn't get it. He did get the bucket, and it's a 4-point game with 2:20 left in the first. Gillespie, left corner, looking to post up Booker. Puts it on the deck and dribbles against Robert Williams. Now takes him into the paint, and we get a whistle and a 3-second defensive violation on the Blazers.
Yeah, and that'll happen if you play zone a lot. You just kind of sneak too far from the weak side to the strong side without an offensive player there.
So we'll see Devin Booker at the free throw line for the first time tonight. He has 2 points on 1 of 4 shooting from the floor. This is only 3, and his first free throw is good. So 3 points on the night to go with his 4 assists, couple rebounds here in the first quarter for Booker. Suns lead it by 5, 28-23, led by 9 from Royce O'Neal on 3 threes. On 3 tries. Goodwin inbounding on the far side. Finds Gillespie between the rings. He gets a pick from Richards. Drives into the paint and backs it to Livers. Right corner 3. Off the rim. No, but a foul called on Dwop Reith, who just checked in. And Isaiah Livers is going to go to the line for 3.
Suns do a nice job against the zone. They get the ball in the middle, then kick it out to 3-point shooters. Colin Gillespie had a nice little dribble, touched the paint. Found Isaiah Livers, and he takes advantage of an over-aggressive defender to get to the free throw line.
So Livers, the 5th-year pro, appearing in his 8th game of the season. This is the first free throw. That's his first miss. He was 3 for 3 coming in. I do want to touch on the touch the paint comment. That seems to be an in vogue thing to say in basketball, and it wasn't always called that, but how important is it to do that almost every offensive possession to get somebody at least to – it's not just that you have a player touch the paint, it's get in the paint with the ball,
With
right?
the ball, because it's basketball 101. You react to the ball. And if it gets in the paint, you draw defenders into the paint. And in today's day and age with the 3-point prowess from some of these players, just that extra half step where the defender will come into the lane gives him that much more time to catch it and shoot it.
It is vital, especially for a team with the offense like the Suns run, is now a deflection on defense for the Suns, and Nick Richards comes up with a steal. Livers made 2 out of 3 at the line, and the Suns are up 7, 30-23. Now they have the ball off the turnover. Goodwin on the drive. Stops, pivots, fades on the right block. Missed it off the back iron. Richards pins it up against the window, and then it's taken off by Caleb Love. Here comes Avdia into the forecourt for Portland. He hesitates, drives on Dunn. It gets knocked loose out of bounds. Ryan Dunn, good hands. It'll stay with Portland. 17 on the timer.
Suns doing a nice job so far against Deni Avdia. He's very aggressive, wants to get to the rim first.
1 for 5 from the floor. He's got just 2 points. He's a guy who scored 20 or more points in all but one game this season. Now he lines up for a 3, almost on command, and knocks that down. So much for the slow start.
Yeah.
That's now 5 for Avdia here in the first. It's 30-26 Suns. Minute 20 to go. Gillespie, step back 3 on the left wing is up, and around the rim it drops. He got the roll from the left side, and Colin Gillespie answers the 3 from Avdia with one of his own. That's his first 3 points of the night. Now Deni Avdia throws around the back to Love for a deep 3, and that goes for Caleb Love. He's made 2, now 3 of 4 from beyond the arc for Love. He's got 11 to lead all scorers. Ryan Dunn driving, dishing to Richards. He goes strong, missed the runner, got his own miss, a couple dribbles, put it off the window and in.
What a tough play. Nick Richards getting space against Klingon there, using his physicality. Great job.
Good follow on the miss. Now the Suns back up 6, 35-29 with 40 seconds to go. Avdia dribbling on the logo center court. Klingon sets a screen for him. Danny gives it to Donovan. He goes up strong and gets the roll on the floater. Count it, and the foul. A chance at a 3-point play for Donovan Klingon.
That's a pretty soft foul right there.
Give it to Nick Richards.
Well, Isaiah Livers, I think.
Livers is the one
yeah,
who gets it.
Isaiah came over to help out, and he's backing up, hands straight up in the air, and they call that little chest bump a foul on Isaiah Livers against the 7'3" guy.
Offense for defense substitutions, as we've seen so often for Jordan Knott. He brings Booker and O'Neal back in for the final 32.7 seconds. The free throw goes for Klingon, and it's 35-32. Suns lead down to 3. Donovan Klingon has 5 points here in the first half. First quarter, that is. Gillespie dribbling just inside the timeline, gives to Booker. Now it's O'Neal getting called for an offensive foul. Trey Maddox there blows the whistle on Royce O'Neal, so the Suns don't get a shot up on that possession, and the shot clock now is off.
And now you bring defensive guys back on the court.
Dunn and Goodwin will replace Gillespie and Livers. 22.5 remaining. And Caleb Love will inbound near midcourt. Blazers could potentially tie this thing up after going down by as many as 9 here in the opening quarter. Deni Avdia brings it into the forecourt, guarded tightly by Ryan Dunn. 15 seconds left as he bounces to Sharp on the right wing. Reith sets a screen for Shaedon Sharp, dribbles, then backs it out to Reith. He's going to shoot a 3, missed it short. Booker the rebound, still 5 seconds to go. He's going to hustle into the forecourt. Booker on the drive, flips it to O'Neal. A 3 at the horn is off the back iron, no good. And after making his first 3 attempts of the night, he misses the final one. And we go to quarter number 2 with the Suns up 3, 35-32 at the Moda Center in Portland.
What makes you smile? The roar of a crowd? A home team win? How about saving money on one of your biggest investments, your home? A mortgage broker can guide you through the process and could save you thousands of dollars when you buy or refi. Find a local home loan expert at mortgagematchup.com for home loan savings that'll make you smile. Powered by United Wholesale Mortgage LLC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 3038. Licensed in all 50 states and the District of Columbia.
The 2025-26 NBA season is back, and your Phoenix Suns are looking to light up the Valley.
Left side, stepping into a deep 3. He knocked it down.
Experience every highlight play and defensive stop from tip-off to the final buzzer. You won't want to miss a moment. Nothing beats the energy of Suns basketball live.
Protection to the boom!
Secure your seats today at Suns.com.
Suns Up Suns fans. Make some noise for the foul shot giveaway from Chick-fil-A. Anytime the opposing team misses 2 consecutive free throws, fans in attendance win a breakfast entree in their Chick-fil-A app. Get ready to score some of your favorite chicken when the Suns play at home, because your neighborhood Chick-fil-A is running the foul shot giveaway all season long. So go see a game this year, and when you're cheering on the Suns, cheer for chicken. Download the Chick-fil-A app today so you don't miss out. Go Suns!
Yates Buick GMC is proud to introduce our 2026 starting lineup of vehicles built to perform. Leading off, the GMC Sierra 1500. Power, capability, and strength. Up next, the Buick Envision. Sleek, stylish, and designed for comfort. And holding it down, the GMC Yukon AT4 Ultimate. Bold, rugged, and ready for anything. Yates Buick GMC, serving the Valley for over 40 years with honest prices and world-class service. Visit us in person or online at yatesbuickgmc.com.
Suns fans, you can get in on the action at any time with live betting on FanDuel. Because from the opening tip until the final buzzer, FanDuel has live bets on everything from who will score next to fourth quarter comebacks. So make your pick, get in the game, and play it your way. FanDuel, official partner of the Phoenix Suns. 21 plus and present in Arizona. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342.
Every day, reliable, comfortable, connected. Every day you rely on power. At APS, we work around the clock to deliver some of the most reliable power in the country. But with Arizona's extreme weather, outages can happen. Stay safe and informed with alerts by keeping your contact information up to date. And visit our outage center for updates online or on the APS app. For more ways to stay safe and informed, visit aps.com/brighter.
The Phoenix Suns play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Time for the second quarter here in Portland with the Suns leading 35-32 over the Blazers. John Bloom, Tim Kempton with you. TK, what you think of that? First, you brought your green highlighter with you here to the Pacific Northwest. What you got?
Yeah, I like the way they played this opening quarter. Obviously, you wish they had rebounded a little bit better, took care of the ball. But good start, 35-32. Just have to be aware of Caleb Love off the bench with 11 points. He's feeling it right now.
He got the most of that green highlighter on that box score. It happened on the Caleb Love stat line with 11 points to lead all scorers. Now they get a bucket to start the second quarter, and it comes from the big man Donovan Clingan, who's also off to a good start. He's got 7 points. Here's a three from Goodwin that's short, and the Blazers have it with a chance to take the lead. On the right wing, Kamara lining up a three. No. Rebound, Ryan Dunn has it. Suns out there with Dunn, Gillespie, Iguodaro, Goodwin, and O'Neal. Dunn on the drive, takes it all the way down low, puts it up and in off the window. An aggressive take by Ryan Dunn to get onto the scoreboard for the first time.
In transition, no one steps up and stops him. The defender just keeps backing up.
Now he's defending Avdia, and a foul called by Mark Davis is going to go on Ryan Dunn. That's his first team foul here in the second quarter for the Suns, who lead at 37-34. Nearly a minute in to quarter number 2. Happy to have you with us on this Tuesday night. Suns return home after this. And we'll host the Minnesota Timberwolves Friday night, 7 o'clock start at Mortgage Matchup Center. Rani Kamara on the right wing. Drives into the lane, hangs, and has it poked away by Iguodaro, but it goes right to Reef. He gives to Avdia at the top of the arc. Has it poked away by Goodwin. Now Dunn comes to double team. Avdia tosses up a desperation shot. Clingan almost tips it over his shoulder. It's loose on the baseline. Dunn tips it in the lane and comes up with it. Great energy from Ryan Dunn. He's all over the floor. He's able to grab that loose ball, and the Suns close out the defensive possession after a couple looks for Portland. Dunn steps back on the left wing, finds Goodwin at the top of the arc, and he's fouled by Toumani Camara on the dribble.
A lot of effort and energy out of this group. We've seen it night in and night out. Colin Gillespie, Royce O'Neal, Ryan Dunn, Oso, and Jordan Goodwin.
And they're taking it as a challenge when you go up against a team that drives as aggressively as the Portland Trailblazers do. The Suns are looking to counter that and doing it just as aggressively. Then they have been all season. This isn't anything new for them, as Jason Allen and I talked about pregame as Gillespie fires a three, and he hits straight away as he got right around the screen, took no time to release and knock it down, and the Suns are up 6, 40-34. Colin Gillespie has 6 on the night and almost came up with a steal on the near sideline. Knocked it out of bounds right in front of the TV crew from NBC and Peacock.
Yeah, again, that opportunistic double team. Denny Avdia just came over the half-court line, and Oso was able to jump him along with Ryan Dunn.
Portland nearly turned it over. Sissoko saves it in for Klingon. He dribbles top of the key, throws right side Kamara. He's in traffic, almost had it taken away. Now he loses it, gets it back, throws right side Reed. Back over to Kamara for 3. That's no good. Klingon the rebound, has it knocked out of bounds, but a foul will be called on the Suns, who again are being super aggressive defensively, trying to get deflections.
Yeah, this group chases the ball. They cover for each other. Again, this is a group that can switch just about anything. You don't want Oso switching off Klingon just because of the 7'3" size.
Now the Suns with Ryan Rupert handling the ball for the Blazers. Double team him. He gets it to Avdia into the right corner. Kamara penetrates back to Rupert. Up fake for 3. Now he'll shoot the 3 and miss it off the rim. Ryan Dunn flies in for another rebound. He makes those look exciting when he attacks the glass. Now it's Goodwin on the drive. Bounce pass Iguodaro. Floater in the lane. Good for Oso Iguodaro with his first look of the night. And the Suns go up 8, 42-34. And again, this bench crew doing some damage.
Devin Booker over there being a cheerleader. Love this group. There again. Another double team.
Klingon finds Kamara left wing. He drives, then flips to a wide open Sissoko left corner. Back over to Kamara. He'll try another 3. That's short. Klingon had it. Gets it on the baseline to a cutting Kamara. Dumps to Avdia. He'll lay it in. Unselfish play there for Kamara, who could have laid it in. Instead, he saw Denny Avdia attacking, and he gets to the rim for the layup. Now Gillespie another 3. Misses off the rim this time. Avdia knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Suns ball. 8:52 left, quarter number 2, and a 42-36 Phoenix lead.
And that comes off another hustle play by Jordan Goodwin. The Portland Trailblazers couldn't put 2 hands on it because Jordan Goodwin's flying in there to try and get the offensive rebound.
So now Gillespie inbounding under the basket to our right. Gets it to Goodwin on the baseline. Back out to Iguodaro. 10 on the shot clock. Oso puts it on the deck, then gives to Royce O'Neal and sets a screen for him. Royce on the drive. Flip to Goodwin right wing. Thought about the 3. Now he'll take the 3. Missed everything. And Klingon has it for the Blazers. Ahead to Avdia in transition. Gives right wing to Sissoko. He takes a few dribbles and backs it out between the rings. Now Avdia posting the smaller Gillespie on the right elbow. Backs him down. Help comes, and he throws cross-court to Shaedon Sharpe. He'll drive on the baseline. Ryan Dunn forced him out, but it's going to be a foul on the Suns, and Dunn gets called for his second personal. It's a third foul on the Suns here in
I know this is semantics, John Bloom, but to block someone from going someplace, don't you have to be there first?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's normally the case. Now, we have a round of applause you're probably hearing, and that's because the Blazers rookie sensation, Yang Hung Sun, has just checked in. And you talked about the size of Donovan Klingon. Well, Yang is even bigger. And he has also been pretty impressive when he's had an opportunity to play. Now here's Sissoko getting it to Sharpe. He'll attack the glass, but he misses the runner. Oso tries to save it, but he was out of bounds, and the Blazers will get the ball back. Yang Hung Sun, by the way, TK, 7'2", 270 is what he's listed at. Maybe Klingon is a little bigger. 7'3", 280 is what he's listed at. And now it's Sharpe inbounding underneath the basket. He gets it outside Avdia. Long 3, in and out, no good. Rebound. Hong Sung had it taken away by Gillespie. And here comes Booker, who just checked back in. He dumps to Dunn. Right corner, it's O'Neal open for 3, but we're going to get an offensive foul on Ryan Dunn as Sissoko was just standing there waiting.
I didn't see it the way you saw it, John Bloom. Ryan Dunn picked up the ball. Oh, that's a high school call.
I also think his feet might have been on the line. Or no, they were actually on the black line, not the white circle, which is the restricted area, as I took another look there. So that's the call on Dunn. It's his third personal. Here comes Dylan Brooks checking back in. And Ryan Dunn goes to the bench. So it's Brooks and Booker.
I just don't see how you can make that call when there's so much more physicality on the floor from play to play.
That is a tough one, too, because he had passed it already, got rid of the ball, and then Sissoko took the charge. Now it's Chris Murray hustling into the forecourt, almost dribbled it away. Instead, hands it off to Caleb Love just inside the timeline. Suns lead by 6, 42-36, 7:45 left in the first, and Caleb Love is on a personal run as he attacks the glass on offense with the drive and lays it in. He's got 13 to lead all scorers. Suns lead is 4. Brooks on the drive. He'll attack and lay it in with the right-hand runner. And Dylan Brooks is up to 7 points on the night, 44-38. Suns on top. Kamara on the right wing finds Murray. They work it to Hong Sun. He throws a bounce pass knocked away by Brooks and stolen by Iguodala. So the Suns cause another turnover, and Oso brings it up the right wing, feeds Booker, penetrating baseline. Around the wing it goes to O'Neal for 3. He missed that one. Oso lost it underneath to Sharp, and Shaedon Sharp will hustle it into the forecourt with a left-hand dribble. He'll get up in the air, lay up around the rim. It drops for Shaedon Sharp.
Yeah, a little transition defense. The Suns were never able to stop the ball.
And Sharp now with 8 points on the night, 4 of 11 from the floor. 7 minutes left here in first half action at Moda Center, and the Suns lead by 4, 44-40. Booker inbounding. Gets it to Gillespie, who's watched by Love in the backcourt. Collin crosses over and gets it into the forecourt now. Drives past Love, gets bumped, throws it up, and a whistle from the far side. Mark Davis will call the foul on Caleb Love.
Nice play by Collin Gillespie once he had the defender on his back.
And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. 6:51 left to go. Quarter number 2. It's the Suns 44 and the Blazers 40 here on the Phoenix Suns Basketball Network.
Picture it. Your holiday table, the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps, spiced cider in every glass, laughter around every plate. At Fry's, we know these moments matter, and we make it easier to bring them to life with quality that's affordable in every aisle. This season, don't just host, make every moment unforgettable. Fry's, fresh for everyone.
Dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but catching them from the hardwood is a whole different experience. That all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Phoenix Suns. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can experience all the sights, sounds, and styles, from seeing your favorite Sun stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Suns. See you courtside, Phoenix.
It's any card for the win right now at Mountain America Credit Union, which means it's time to score some cash, up to $500. Simply use any Mountain America debit or credit card now until October 31st, 2024 to be entered into a weekly giveaway for up to $500. Visit macu.com/anycard for official rules or to apply for your Mountain.
KidsClub.com with your parent or guardian's permission to learn more, sign up, and start earning points. Free throws coming for Collin Gillespie for the Suns here in just a moment, with Phoenix in front 44-40. As the Blazers with 2 team fouls, the Suns have 3. That was on Caleb Love, who picked up his first. Gillespie tonight with 6 points. And Michael, the free throw line has gone in favor of the Suns. They are 5 of 8 from the line, while the Blazers are 1 for 1. The Suns put teams on the line, but they have not tonight.
No, you know what's interesting to me, Travis, and it happens most nights. The Blazers get more field goal attempts than their opponent. It happens most nights. Blazers are plus 10 in field goal attempts in this game because of their 9 offensive rebounds.
They have taken 41 shots tonight. They took 29 in the first quarter. That's a lot of shots. A couple of nights ago against Dallas, Michael, they had 30 shots in the first quarter and 30 shots in the third quarter. First free throw is in.
Which is really interesting because the Blazers have been a second quarter team for the most part of this early season.
That's right. The Blazers plus 2.7 points per second quarter, which is their best quarter in terms of differential. Gillespie hits both free throws. It is 46-40. Love will bring it up as he races across the timeline past Gillespie, looks for Hansen. Has a defender on his back, works into the lane, slips through, shakes him off, goes to the rim, puts it in. Strong take for Young Hansen.
Young Hansen giving the Trailblazers a shot in the arm here.
46-42. Booker hesitates, free throw line, gives it up to Williams, missed it. Shot put was off the mark, and it was grabbed by Sharp. Takes it across the timeline, runs into Brooks, he attacks. Knocked out of his hands off the backboard, picked up by Gillespie. Throws it ahead to Booker. Transition three. That's good. That is not fair how easy that looks.
That's a crazy shot. He never even looked at the basket.
7-point Phoenix lead. Hansen up top. Surveys the floor, starts to dribble. And a lot of contact as the ball was knocked free. Blow a whistle for somebody there. Booker takes it all the way to the front court. Brooks has an open look from beyond the arc. It's no good. Hansen grabs the rebound, knocked out of his hands, and a foul. My goodness, Tiago Splitter is livid on the sidelines. They finally blew a whistle there.
I'm livid here in the radio booth.
That last play with the ball that Hansen dropped, everybody was moving, ran into each other. I don't know who a foul should have been on, but there should have been one on somebody.
Yeah, I'm just a little concerned because physicality like this unchecked, it just gets out of control.
Love tightly defended by Rasheer Fleming. Cross-court passes. He finds Sissoko. Fleming's all over. Dribbles right. He attacks. Dumps it off to Hansen. Dunks it in. That's a great drive and feed from Sissoko. There's a long pass ahead to Fleming on the baseline. Now he's got Murray on his back. He gives it up to Williams. Ducks underneath to the rim, and it's good. Terrific footwork there by Williams. 51-44 Phoenix. Sissoko drives into traffic. Kicks it into the corner for Murray. Up top for Hansen. Ball fake, holds on to it. Booker closed. Wanted to take the three, but he didn't. Now looks near side, has nowhere to go with it. 9 to shoot. Still nowhere to go. Bounce pass to Sharp. Cutting, driving. It's good in the foul.
Jan Hansen is telling City Sudoku, look, you got to go back door. Even if you don't get the basketball, you got to make that cut.
That is a 20-year-old right there directing traffic.
Because it creates the vacuum and the movement that the team needs. It's not about you.
That's a terrific play set up by Young Hansen, and the Blazers had no movement. Hansen was very patient to let that play develop.
Yeah, and again, my point is the next near receiver has to back cut if he can't catch. You can't get above the ball. You got to back cut to create the vacuum for the defense to make a mistake.
51-46. Sharp has 10. He leads the team in and-one opportunities. This is his 14th.
And, to harp on that point just a little bit more, what Young Hansen is doing is getting everybody to play with more energy and intelligence.
He has not played since Halloween night. Went down to the G League for some practices, played a couple of games down there, and you can already see an improvement.
Yeah, his first catch, he went post up to his go-to move, scored, and then now he's been a playmaker out on the floor with the basketball.
Sharp free throw is good. It's 51-47. 4:55 to play in the second quarter. Booker will walk it up. Gets the screen, kicks into the corner for Brooks. Quick three-pointer. That's no good. Hansen can't grab the rebound, stripped out of his hands, and it's Booker who has it. Booker now drives, pushes off, fades away. It's no good, and it's Murray who dives on the floor, throws it ahead to Sharp. Now Sharp in transition. He attacks, drives to the rim, lays it in. It's a two-point game, 51-49. 4:20 to play in the second quarter. Booker gets a high screen, gives up to Fleming for three. No good. Rebound picked up by Sissoko. Takes it across the timeline. Behind the back pass to Hansen. Open free for the lead. No, it's short. Rebound grabbed by Fleming. 4 minutes to play in the half. Booker defended by Sissoko. Tries to drive past him. Runs it up. Shot was no good and fouled by Sissoko.
There's so much to like about this stretch of this game for the Blazers. A, playing hard is starting to turn into playing well. It's starting to turn into making the right play for your teammate. Help your teammate, then help yourself.
Sissoko picks up his first personal, and Booker's free throw is good. Booker tonight, 7 points on 2 of 6 shooting. He does have 4 assists. Booker this year averaging 28 points a night. In 4 games against the Blazers last year, scored almost 32 a game. He's got off to a quiet start tonight in terms of scoring. Second free throw is in. It's a 4-point Phoenix lead, 53-49. 3:56 to play here in the first half. Sharp up top to Denny. Wants a screen. Gets it from Hansen. Goes that way. Dribbles right, slides it to Sharp. Splits through defense. Kicks it over to Murray for 3. No good.
Phoenix went to a zone because the Blazers were just getting too much movement.
Booker on the drive. Banked it in. A strong take. 55-49, Phoenix in front. Abdia brings it up. Gives it to Sharp. To Denny. Sees a seam. Now he kicks to Love. 3 on the way. No, short. Loose ball picked up by Fleming. Throws it ahead to Brooks. 2-on-2. Brooks the lob to Williams. The two-hand smash. And a timeout by the Trailblazers. It's an 8-point Phoenix lead as they've scored 5 in a row. 57-49, 3:14 to play in the half. We'll take a timeout on the Trailblazers Audio Network.
In business, as in basketball, having a solid game plan is key to success. That's why so many Northwest businesses partner with Columbia Bank. The largest bank headquartered in the Northwest, Columbia Bank combines expertise, customized business solutions, and a relationship-focused style of banking to make sure your business has what it needs to grow. It's a combination that's made Columbia a top SBA lender in Seattle and Portland. Learn more at ColumbiaBank.com or visit your local branch. Columbia Bank, proud partner of the Portland Trailblazers. Member FDIC.
Picture it. Your holiday table, the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps, spiced cider in every glass, laughter around every plate. At Fred Meyer, we know these moments matter, and we make it easier to bring them to life with quality that's affordable in every aisle. This season, don't just host, make every moment unforgettable. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Just Being Coy Tour. Mentally, I've become my dad. My dad was like, oh, you listen to that hippity hoppity? And now I'm sounding like my dad because I'm like, you're listening to that mumbly mumbly? You're listening to that mumbly mumbly mumbly? I don't even say word. Mumble mumble mumble. Saturday, November 29th, Moda Center. Tickets on sale now at JoeCoy.com. Don't miss them, Portland. Joe Coy, Just Being Coy Tour.
Your home of the Portland Trailblazers, KPOJ AM Portland.
Chad Dillinger with your scoreboard report. Right now, third quarter in L.A. Jazz lead the Lakers 84-79. Finals from earlier tonight, Magic over the Warriors in Orlando, 121-113. Bane had 23 points, 6 boards, 5 steals. Celtics over the Nets in Brooklyn, 113-99. Peyton Pritchard, 22 points, 10 boards. Pistons down the Hawks in Atlanta, 120-112. 25 points, 10 assists for Cade Cunningham. And the Spurs, 111-101 winners over the Grizzlies in San Antonio. Harrison Barnes with 23. Tuesday night, Maction in college football. Akron over Bowling Green, 19-16. Western Michigan, 35-19 winners over Northern Illinois. And Ohio tops UMass by a score of 42-14. Now back to Travis Demers.
Yeah, Chad, the Tuesday and Wednesday night Maction, I always forget that it's on.
Yeah, and I know that the gamblers love it, but this is the time of year when we get college football basically on every night of the week.
Yeah, there's a football game every night of the week at some level.
Yes, love it.
Blazers trailing the Suns 57-49, 3:14 to play in the second quarter. The Blazers had cut it to 2, but the Suns have scored 6 straight. And the Blazers, Michael, have not quite been able to get over that hump when they bring it to one possession.
Yeah, well, they're playing hard enough to give themselves a chance. and they're starting to get to the paint. I think touching the paint is the recipe for success for the Blazers.
32 points in the paint for the Blazers, 28 for Phoenix. 9 offensive rebounds and 8 second chance points for the Blazers. Out of the timeout, Shaedon Sharpe will bring it up with 3:10 to play in the first half. Fleming defends him. Slow dribble at the top of the key. Lost it out of his hands. Was deflected. 12 to shoot. Brings it across. Knocked away again. It's loose. And a turnover. Booker the other way. Bounce pass to a cutting Fleming. Goes up. Blocked but foul.
They just had a hard time with Shaedon Sharpe at the top of the floor getting into their set out of the timeout.
That foul was on Murray. Kamara got a clean block, and Murray came in from the side and made contact with the hip. That's the second block tonight that Kamara has had waved off because a teammate fouled. As Fleming makes the first free throw. That is his first free throw of his NBA career. The 21-year-old rookie out of St. Joe's. It's both free throws, and now Phoenix has a 10-point lead, their largest of the game. 2:50 to play in the half. Avdia brings it up. Bounce pass to Sharpe. Back up top to Avdia. Feeds Klingon. Back to Denny. Kicks it to Sharpe. Drives the baseline. Slips through. Kicks it to Avdia. Ball fake. Now he gets underneath. Up and under. Finger roll is good.
Blazers have patience against the Phoenix Suns zone.
9 points for Denny Avdia. Booker near side with Kamara on his hip. Now he drives at the elbow, stops, turns, pumps, gives it up to Williams in the lane. Bounce pass, blocked, and eventually a foul is called.
Phoenix Suns have 2 players camped in the lane for the majority of that possession. See, the comments I made about the physicality and the incoherent calls is now showing itself in the free throw disparity.
Yeah.
I mean, the Suns have gone to the free throw line how many times?
This will be their 16th attempt.
And the Blazers have gone twice.
Yeah. Free throw is good. Back to a 10-point lead. The Suns have made 11 more free throws than the Blazers and lead this game by 10. Sharpe backs it up. Now he takes off. Drives, slips through, double clutch, hangs in the air and puts it in. 15 points for Shaedon Sharpe. That's a game high. 2 minutes to play in the half. 61-53, Phoenix in front. Williams up top. Gives it to Booker. Booker drives, stops, banks it in. And a foul. Blazers in the penalty. Yeah, Kamara got a piece of Booker on his way up. But you could say that a number of Blazers have been fouled on the other end, and those calls have just not been made tonight.
One of the things I can say with a reasonable level of confidence is that it will balance itself out in the second half.
Free throw is good. Phoenix 14 of 17 from the line. The Blazers 2 of 2. 64-53. Phoenix by 11. Sharpe on the perimeter. Brooks is all over him. Drives, tripped up by Brooks. And weird, Brooks not happy about a foul called on him.
Oh, boy.
And he is making sure the officiating crew knows it.
Mark Davis is not really the one he wants to follow around and make this point too long.
I'm okay with him doing that. Sharpe at the line here for 2. And he missed the first. Caleb Love comes in. And Chris Murray will go to the bench. Sharpe came into this game shooting 81% from the line. He's got 15 points on 14 shots. And he is 7 of 11 from 2. Makes the second. 10-point Phoenix lead. 1:43 to play in the second quarter.
Blazers fall back into a zone defense.
Brooks gives it to Williams up top. Now to Booker on the near side. Sharpe's in front of him. Slides it over to O'Neal. Now to Brooks in the corner. Contested 3. Blocked by Klingon. Rebound Love. Little hop step across the timeline. Drives on Brooks, stops, knocked from behind. Again, some physicality from that Phoenix defense, and it forces a turnover. Booker knocked out of his hand. Just loose. Sharp has it on the steal. In the open court on the drive and dunks it in. That's a terrific play from Shaedon Sharp.
And that's a response.
Brooks drives and kicks. O'Neal open three. In and out. Rebound. Brooks goes back up with it, throws it into traffic. It's loose, and Kamara has it. Head to Love. Here's Love with it. Drives, dumps it up to Sharp to the rim and lays it in. 64-58. Blazers getting points in transition and off of turnovers as Dillon Brooks is getting a little reckless on the offensive end.
Blazers making them uncomfortable with their defense. They're in the zone. Now they're extending the zone.
Booker in the front court. 45 seconds to play in the half. Kamara defensive. Screen off of his hip from Williams. Comes back behind another screen. Kicks to Brooks in the corner. Another three. That's up and out. No good. Rebound Denny. Avdia brings it across. 7-second differential. Blazers down 6. They've trailed by as many as 12 here in the late stages of the second quarter. 10 seconds to shoot. Screen comes from Klingon. Avdia up top. Crosses over. Now he goes left. Attack. Spins. Slips through. And it's blocked out of bounds. Denny wanted a whistle. He hasn't gotten it. And he has not gotten it all night. 3 seconds on the shot clock.
Shot clock. 3 seconds.
Denny averages about 8.5 free throws per game. Tonight, he has not gotten to the line once.
Ball is in the deep corner. Toughest area to inbound the basketball from.
And the inbound pass is kicked.
So you should get a reset then. You should, if it's kicked, it should go from 3 seconds to
14
to shot clock off.
It should.
Blazer assistant coach is asking Mark Davis about that.
And Patrick St. Andrews is trying to get the answer there. The shot clock should reset when the ball is kicked. And there they go. They finally turn the shot clock off. Great observation there, Michael. 10.1 to play in the first half. The shot clock is off. Love will get it in from the same spot. Finds Kamara. Dunn's in front of him. Now to Avdia on the wing. A three on the way. Buries it. It's a three-point game. Avdia's got 12. 5.5 to play. Here's Booker. Races across the timeline. Gets underneath. Pushes off. Throws it up. No. Rebound Klingon. He got away with a double dribble and a push off. Bull don't lie. We go to the half with the Blazers finishing the second quarter on an 8-0 run. They trail 64-61 on the Trailblazers Audio Network.
Looking for your new favorite family tradition? Blazer Sunday Family Fun Days are here with mascots, face painting, games, and fun zones for kids all around the arena. Plus, check out our new family value menu with $4 hot dogs, $2 popcorn, and $10 combos. These Sunday games go big on kid-first fun with activities the whole family will love. Select Sundays, 3 p.m. tip-offs, big fun for little fans. Join the fun and get your tickets at trailblazers.com/fundays.
What does it mean to be better? It's different for everyone. It comes in all sizes, big and small, short and tall, young and younger. Better is a lofty leap, or a baby step, or every step and misstep in between. Better is a challenge to push more than yesterday, more than ever before. Perfectly unique, ever evolving at our own pace, one step at a time. Better is real, especially when we go there together. Be better. Moda Health.
Portland Trailblazers basketball is being brought to you by Moda Health. Experience better health insurance. And by Fred Meyer. Fresh for everyone. This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Welcome to the McDelivery Halftime Show. It is brought to you by your locally owned and operated McDonald's. Proud supporters of the Trailblazers. Download the McDonald's app today. It's halftime here at Moda Center, the first of a home back-to-back for the Trailblazers, Suns and Blazers. And right now, Phoenix with a 3-point advantage at 64-61. Well, the Blazers back home after a 1-4 road trip for that home back-to-back against the Suns. And then the Bulls tomorrow night, Tuesday, was the first of 6 NBC games on the year with a tip time of 8 o'clock. The Blazers playing without Drew Holiday and Jeremy Grant, so Chris Murray got the start. Phoenix used a 12-0 run early in the first to build a 16-7 lead. Timeout Portland. The Blazers just 3 of 9 over the first 4 minutes, while the Suns were 6 of 8. Good Trailblazers hustle produced 5 straight points. The Blazers cut the deficit to 4. Suns timeout with 5:21 left in the first, and Phoenix leading 18-14. Portland would close the first on a 6-2 burst. Suns take a 35-32 lead into the second. Caleb Love had a game-high 11 points. Phoenix connected on 57% of their shots. Great energy and effort by the Blazers in the second quarter cut the Phoenix lead to just 2 at 51-49. But 6 straight points from the Suns pushed the lead back to 8 with 3:14 left in the half. And we had a timeout by Tiago Splitter. Phoenix would push their run out to 13-4 to take their largest lead of the game at 11. But the Blazers scored 8 straight to close the half and trailed 64-61. Phoenix held to just 1 field goal by the Blazers defense in the final 3 minutes of the half. When we come back on the McDelivery Halftime Show, we're going to go inside the numbers. I'll be joined by the principal, Curtis Long, here on the Trailblazers Audio Network.
You have visions for your home. The Home Depot Home Services wants to help you bring them to life. Whether your bathroom needs an uplift, your kitchen is begging for an overhaul, or your home office demands a do-over, our local insured experts are ready to help design and customize a new look for your space. And all work is backed by the Home Depot. Let our experts make your dream home updates a reality. The Home Depot Home Services. Let us do it for you. For license information, visit homedepot.com/license numbers.
Extra value meals are back. For just $5, get a savory and sweet sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, plus hash browns and a coffee. Only at McDonald's.
For limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Hawaii, Alaska, and California, and for delivery.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our U.S.-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Hi, this is Mike Bagley. Join me along with the cast and crew of the Motor Racing Network for NASCAR Live. Hear exclusive interviews.
It's my responsibility as a driver to leave the sport in a better place than it was when I got here.
The best moments from each of NASCAR's premier series.
They bang sideways at the line. Photo finish.
And in-depth breakdowns of the latest NASCAR news and more. It's NASCAR Live. Listen today in the iHeartRadio app or on your favorite podcast platform.
Indeed Flex gives you the power to instantly access work this holiday season. Find temporary jobs that fit your schedule, short or long term, with top pay and access to medical, dental, and vision benefits. And every shift you work this season earns you a chance to win a share of our $25,000 festive prize draw. Start earning and winning today. Get the flexibility you need for the holiday you deserve. Download the Indeed Flex app now.
Home of the Portland Trailblazers, KPOJ AM Portland.
The McDelivery Halftime Show. I'm joined now by the principal, Curtis Long. Suns leading the Trailblazers right now at halftime, 64-61. Good news, Curtis. I'm putting on my glasses now so I can properly see what I'm doing here.
Yeah, you look like Harry Carey down there. Get those things on.
Well, I'll tell you what. In general, I just love the energy and effort from the shorthanded Blazers tonight to stay within striking distance here at halftime. It's been impressive.
Yeah, remember we said that bench points were going to be tough to come by, and they're actually just down 3 points in bench scoring. A lot of that has to do with Caleb Love, 13 points in 14 minutes. He's 5 of 7 from the floor and 3 of 5 from downtown. Also added 4 assists, so a nice job. And then Young Hansen into the game, 4 points in 5 minutes. He looked much better in his return from his stint with the Remix.
Made a couple of smart plays, had an assist, something down there on the glass, working and showing that type of effort, which is really nice. But the most frustrating part that Michael highlighted during the first half, significant advantage for the Suns at the free throw line.
Yeah, look at the free throw line. 14 of 17 is Phoenix. That's 82%. The Blazers just 3 of 4 overall, so plus 11 in free throws for the Phoenix Suns. That would certainly make a difference in this 3-point deficit.
Well, the Suns right now led by only 2 players in double figures. Devin Booker with 13, but good work by Mark Williams. Having a chance to see him in person for the first time, Curtis. Long body, very athletic.
Very physical. I think both of their centers, Mark Williams and Nick Richards, very physical inside. And Donovan Clingan's had his handfuls with them. But how about Donovan? 7 points in the middle. He's got 9 rebounds and 4 of those on the offensive end. So a great job in the paint for Donovan in the first half.
Well, the good news here, the Trailblazers, if you look at the overall number of shots, they've got up 8 more shots than the Suns and 4 more threes. That's the formula they want for success.
Yeah, check out the total number of shots. Who would have thought this even 5 years ago? Between the two teams, 100 shot attempts in the first half. Amazing. Between the two of them. The Blazers are 26 of 54. The Suns are 22 of 46. So believe it or not, the Trailblazers actually shooting a better percentage, and that's been the recipe for success for them. Get up more shots and shoot a higher percentage. Right now, they're 26 of 54, 48%. The Suns, 22 of 46, 48%.
All right, buddy, what's the key number you're going to be focused on for the second half?
Well, I'm going to continue to watch those shot attempts. That's been the Blazers' recipe for success, is to get up plenty of shots, especially when they're shorthanded like this. Right now, they just have 8 more than the Suns do. We'll see if they can continue on that streak. And then they've got to get to the free throw line more often. An 11-point deficit right now. Just 4 free throw attempts in the first half.
Well, based on the officiating, I'd say good luck with that. The principal, Curtis Long, big thanks to him. We'll come back, and when we do, we'll listen to the first half highlights here on the Trailblazers Audio Network.
Keep your young hoopers active with Rip City Hoops Fall and Winter Youth Basketball, where kids build skills, confidence, and community on the court. Join us November 8th for a ball handling clinic, November 24th and 25th for our fall break mini camp, December 6th for our She Hoops Girls Clinic, December 21st for a World Basketball Day Clinic, and December 29th and 31st for our Winter Break Mini Camp. Spots are limited. Register today at trailblazers.com/youth basketball.
Spotting the perfect fit is kind of your thing. So when it comes to finding a used car, start your search at FordBlueAdvantage.com and find the perfect certified pre-owned vehicle at your local Ford dealer. One that comes with serious perks, like a thorough inspection, a Ford-backed warranty, even a Carfax report. Because you know what they say, the best finds are the ones that feel made for you. Ford Blue Advantage. Used car buying that's built for you. Available at participating dealers only. See your dealer for details and limitations.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope. It's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Welcome back to the McDelivery Halftime Show. Suns lead the Trailblazers 64-61 here at halftime. Let's take a listen to those first half highlights. Early on, Chris Murray providing a little juice for the Trailblazers offense.
Murray across the timeline to Avdia. Dribbles and attacks. Looks for Sharp underneath. Out to Murray on the corner for 3. Buries it. Good ball movement and patience by the Trailblazers. They're up 7-4.
Well, the Trailblazers trail by 9 early. And that leads us to tonight's Moda assist of the game. Fans for every Trailblazers assist the team hands out this season. Moda Health and the Trailblazers are going to donate $20 to build a new all-abilities playground in a deserving Oregon community. Let's take a listen to tonight's assist of the game. Shaden Sharp with a little help from the big man, Donovan Clingan.
Double teamed up to Sharp. All fake. He attacks in the lane. Lobs for Clingan. No! Loose ball. Grabbed by Booker. No, Murray has it to Clingan. Bounce pass to Sharp. Dunks it in. Timeout, Phoenix.
Well, the Trailblazers continue to attack to get themselves back in the game in that first half. And Denny Avdia getting a lot of physicality from the Suns, but it did not deter him from attacking.
Bounce pass to Goodwin. Attacks and kicks deflected by Williams and stolen by Kamara. Ahead to Abdi in transition. Drives, pushes through to the rim, banks it in.
Well, in that first half, it was the Caleb Love show who was on fire with 13 points, and he got it done from downtown.
Abdi slides it out to Love. Love a deep three, hand in his face, buries it. Caleb Love has got 11 points.
Well, the Trailblazers in that second quarter, a lot of grit and hustle. Good effort from the second unit, and Shaedon Sharpe started to emerge as the Trailblazers leader.
Sharpe takes the rebound away from Ighodaro. Sharpe now takes it up in the front court, turns the corner, drives, slips through, lays it in. What a take from Shaedon Sharpe. He's got 8 points.
Outstanding full-court effort by Shaedon Sharpe.
Now it's time for the Dave's Hot Chicken Heat Check. Dave's Hot Chicken specializes in hot chicken sliders, tenders, and bites, along with Cap's favorite, the house-made kale slaw, creamy mac and cheese, and crispy French fries, spicy, hot, and delicious. And this is one thing I did not think I would say this year. The Hot Chicken Heat Check from Dave's involving City Sissoko and Young Hansen.
Cross-court pass as he finds Sissoko. Fleming's all over. Dribbles right. He attacks. Dumps it off to Hansen. Dunks it in. That's a great drive and feed from Sissoko.
Well, the Trailblazers able to continue to fight, scratch, and claw. Once again, Shaedon Sharpe on the attack.
Now Sharpe in transition. He attacks, drives to the rim, lays it in. It's a 2-point game, 51-49.
Well, the Suns had used a 13-4 run after that bucket to extend their lead out to their largest at 11, but the Blazers able to score 8 straight to finish out the half, and once again, Shaedon Sharpe.
Rebound. Brooks goes back up with it, throws it into traffic. It's loose, and Kamara has it. Head to Love. Here's Love with it. Drives, dumps it up to Sharpe to the rim and lays it in. 64-58.
And finally, it was Denny Avdia who finished off the Trailblazers' 8-0 run to close out the half, this time from downtown.
Love will get it in from the same spot. Finds Kamara. Dunn's in front of him. Now to Avdia on the wing. A 3 on the way. Buries it. It's a 3-point game.
How about Shaedon Sharpe? 20 points on 9 of 16 shooting in that first half. We'll come back. Second halftime, Travis and Michael will have the call right here on the Trailblazers Audio Network.
Chad. Extra value meals are back. That means 10 tender, juicy McNuggets and medium fries and a drink are just $8. Only at McDonald's.
For limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Hawaii, Alaska, and California, and for delivery.
Indeed Flex gives you the power to instantly access work this holiday season. Find temporary jobs that fit your schedule, short or long term, with top pay and access to medical, dental, and vision benefits. And every shift you work this season earns you a chance to win a share of our $25,000 festive prize draw. Start earning and winning today. Get the flexibility you need for the holiday you deserve. Download the Indeed Flex app now.
You won't see the engineer that slams the Nissan Rogue's door 13,920 times. Or the corrosive chamber that simulates 15 years of life in 5 months. Or the Rogue heat-baked for over 300 combined hours. What you will see is a vehicle that can take punch after punch and keep rolling. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. We put it through the worst, so you get its best. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
The thrills of NASCAR racing from over 55 years of Motor Racing Network broadcasts.
Bobby Allison brings the race car right down in the middle of the track, crosses the start-finish line, and he will win the 24th annual Daytona 500.
Bill Elliott wins the Hooters 500. Alan Kulwicki, 1992 champion.
MRN Classic Races.
And in the whole pack, steaming for the finish line, Dale Earnhardt wins the Winston 500.
Find all the classic moments on MRN Classic Races on any podcast platform.
Home of the Portland Trailblazers, KPOJ AM Portland.
Start the third quarter at Moda Center. Blazers trail the Suns 64-61, along with Michael Holton and Chad Dewing. I'm Travis Demers. The Suns are 6-2 when leading at halftime. The Blazers 3-3 when trailing at the break, but an 8-0 run to close out that second quarter, Michael, and the Blazers are right in this thing.
Yeah, the Blazers were playing hard throughout the second quarter, and all of a sudden hard started to yield quality shots and fast break opportunities and second chance points and assisted field goals.
And how about Shaedon Sharpe? He had 14 points in the second quarter.
Shaden Sharp started to do the heavy lifting once the defense got loosened up.
The Blazers go right to the rim, and the pass is blocked, and a turnover here in the early going. Now Dunn on the other end, slides around, finds Brooks on the perimeter for three, and that's good. That is not how you draw it up.
5-point swing. Should have been a lob from Denny to Donovan Clingan.
There's another deflection and another turnover on a live ball situation, and Booker is fouled by Kamara. He'll go to the free throw line. Kamara picks up his third personal, and this is as bad an opening 26 seconds of the third quarter as you could ask for. Tiago Splitter agrees and calls timeout. 67-61, Phoenix leads. We'll take a timeout on the Trailblazers Audio Network.
Rip City. Join us Wednesday, November 26th, as we take on the San Antonio Spurs at our annual Native American Heritage Celebration.
A portion of the night's proceeds will support our incredible nonprofit partner, the Native Arts and Cultures Foundation,
whose mission is to advance equity and cultural knowledge through arts, to strengthen Native communities and promote positive social change. Don't miss out on an amazing night.
Secure your tickets now at trailblazers.com/NAHM.
At Moda Health, we know your time matters. Just ask our customer service team members.
We're going to respect your time so you get the answers that you need.
We're here to help you. That's the reason our team exists. Listen, understand, and help.
Members should call us because we're here to help. We want to make that connection with you.
Moda Health. Real people ready to help. Experience health insurance with heart. Visit modahealth.com/explore to learn more.
Class, today we're talking March Madness. Open your textbooks. Join thousands of other streaming fans for an in-person experience you have to see to believe. March Madness, March 19th and 21st in Portland, Oregon. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/MBB tickets.
I got my tickets, Professor.
See you at the big dance.
Hey, Rip City, this is Danny Avdia. Thanks for joining us on the Trailblazers Audio Network. Now, back to Travis.
All right, the Blazers trailing the Suns 67-61. 26 seconds gone by in the third quarter. Portland gets set for a night of no-filter comedy. Shane Gillis comes to Moda Center on December 13th, bringing his sharp humor and unfiltered stories to the big stage. Fresh off his Netflix special and SNL return, this is one show you don't want to miss. Tickets on sale now at rosequarter.com. Devin Booker going to go to the line here for two free throws after Toumani Camara picked up his third foul in transition a moment ago. And Michael, a dreadful first 30 seconds of this third quarter for the Trailblazers.
Well, two turnovers, but the first turnover by Denny Avdia was a lob opportunity to Clingan, which would have been a momentum builder.
Yeah.
And then you come back the next possession and just kind of casually handle the basketball and turn it over. So, yeah, a less than ideal start to the third quarter.
In the first quarter, the Blazers turned it over 3 times for 2 Suns points. Since then, the Blazers have 8 turnovers that have led to 11 Phoenix points.
Yeah, the turnover margin is something you got to keep your eye on. The good news is the Blazers have turned the Suns over at a reasonably high clip.
Yep. 8 turnovers for 12 points. And the free throw disparity keeps on growing. These will be free throws number 18 and 19 for Phoenix. They are 14 of 17, while the Blazers are 3 of 4. An 11-point difference, and Phoenix leads by 6. Booker tonight with 13 points on 4 of 9 shooting. Staggers his feet and makes the first free throw.
You know, Devin Booker has done it a long time in the Phoenix Suns uniform. He's the all-time leading scorer in Phoenix Suns history and adds to it every night.
In his 11th season, still just 29 years old. Free throws are good, and it's 69-61. The Suns have done a nice job getting out in front early here in the third quarter. Swinging on the perimeter near side. It's to Denny, who turns the corner. Cross-court pass to Sharp. Crosses, looks up top for Avdia. Gets in the lane. Slides it out to Camara. Up top for Sharp. Deep three. That's around and out, and a foul is called on the rebound on Dillon Brooks. That is the third personal on Dillon Brooks.
would be a good time for Denny Avdia to continue to put pressure on Dillon Brooks.
Yeah.
Because Dillon Brooks is not difficult to bait.
Shaden Sharp, 20 points to lead all scorers. Denny Avdia has 12. Kamara gets it into Sharp. Top of the key, slides it to Avdia, gets into the lane, fires the pass back out to Sharp. Drives, spins, stops, fades. No good. Clingan can't grab the offensive rebound. It was in his hands. And now Brooks comes back the other way with it. It's a high screen to the free throw line. Stops, ducks, turns, fades. That's good. When did Dillon Brooks learn how to do that?
Yeah, Dillon Brooks has polished up his offensive arsenal. His book of business offensively has certainly grown.
Jumper from Sharp. That is around and out. Knocked free. Saved by Phoenix. And the Suns come back the other way with it. Hard screen at the top of the key as Booker works on Sharp. Pulls up, banks it in. It's a 12-point Suns lead, their largest lead of the game. And they are on a 9-0 run to open up the third quarter. Sharp looks for Avdia. Splits the defense, drives, gives it to Clingan. Runs it up, short, loose, out of bounds to Phoenix. This game has some eerie similarities to what we saw against the Rockets. A tight first half in the start of the third quarter. Things got away. Cross-court pass to Dunn in the corner. Three-pointer. That's good. 15-point Phoenix lead. 12-0 run to start the quarter. Denny into traffic. Knocked out of his hands, but it rolls right to Clingan. Throws it into traffic. Stolen by Dunn. Dunn works on Sharp. Lost it. Booker now has it. Out to Brooks. A deep three-pointer. That is short. Rebound Kamara.
I look for the Blazers to come back to Caleb Love to just try to get some pressure taken off of their offense.
Avdia from downtown. That's short. Rebound Kamara. Back to Denny. Gets in a lane. Steps through. Gives it to Kamara. Elbow jumper. That's no good. Clingan an offensive rebound. He turns. Goes up. That's no good. Tipped again. Gets it back again and is finally fouled.
Tamani Kamara shot a 14-foot shot that didn't draw the rim.
Kamara tonight in 20 minutes has not scored. He is 0 for 5 from the floor, 0 for 4 from 3. Clingan will go to the free throw line as the foul was on O'Neal. It is a 12-0 Phoenix run to start the third quarter. Clingan makes the first free throw. Sissoko and Love come in. Murray will head to the bench. If you're just joining us, no Drew Holiday for the second straight game. Jeremy Grant out as well with an illness. It's the first night of a back-to-back for the Blazers. That free throw from Clingan goes 2 as he makes them both. The first points for the Blazers in this third quarter. Snapped a 12-0 Phoenix run. Blazers ended the first half on an 8-0 run. Brooks between the rings, gives it to Booker, back to Brooks, over to O'Neal, ball fake, back to Brooks up top. Here's Williams underneath, turns, slips through, banks it in. 78-63. Avdia takes it across. Has Booker in front of him, spins around, loses it, gives it to Clingan in the corner. Left-hand dribble, now finds Love. Knocked out of his hands and a turnover. Here comes Phoenix the other way. Ahead to Dunn on the drive. Rejected by Clingan. And then Booker tried to shove him. And now here comes Avdia. Ahead to Sissoko in the corner to Love. Quick three. No. Rebound O'Neal. He'll push back the other way. Now to Booker to reset and slow things down. High screen from Williams. Booker hesitates, pulls up. That is up and out. Rebound knocked by Williams to Love. Love comes behind Clingan to bring it across. Out of the wing on the near side. Into the lane. Cross-court pass deflected out of bounds. He was looking for Sharp, but that lane closed in a hurry. Robert Williams III will come in. Donovan Clingan tonight, by the way, 9 points, 11 rebounds, 6 offensive rebounds tonight in 19 minutes. Clingan has been the best offensive rebounder in the NBA this season. 13 in the shot clock. Love gets it into Williams. Out on the perimeter. Throws it into the backcourt. It's a turnover and a run-out dunk by Dunn.
You know, you're just looking at a lineup on the floor that hasn't played much together. Caleb Love was supposed to back cut to create a vacuum for a two-man game with Shaedon Sharpe, and he didn't.
Abdia drives, gives it to Williams to the corner for Sissoko for three, and that's no good. Another rebound by Phoenix. Into the far corner for O'Neal. Out to Booker. Now to Dunn. Penetrates, drives, left hand. No. Rebound Abdia. 16-2 Phoenix run to start this third quarter. Denny runs into Dunn, and a foul is going to be called, as Dunn, I believe, is going to pick up his fourth. And it's a side out. Third team foul for Phoenix. Gillespie will come in for Dunn.
You know, in stretches like this, Travis, the mentality of the Blazers on the floor has to be to make the game easier for a teammate and not try to do it yourself.
Kamara in the corner, working in front of Booker. He's cut off at the baseline, slips through, throws it away again, and another turnover. Now Brooks in the front court, steps through, pass stolen by Love, read it perfectly. Blazers 0 for 10 from the floor in this third quarter. Love, cross court to Sissoko. Gets to the free throw line, lob to Williams in the dunk. That is the first field goal of the period for the Blazers, and it comes to the 6:47 mark.
Wow, it's 5 minutes, over 5 minutes without a field goal.
There's a foul on Williams and an offensive foul as he tossed Sissoko to the side. The Suns have gotten so physical on both ends of the floor. This is really the first time we're starting to see some of those whistles come through.
No, and I'm glad you pointed that out, because what happens with the physicality and you don't get the whistle, you start standing around. You stop cutting. It's discouraging.
Sharpe at midcourt. Gets a high screen. Now he drives. Fouled, and it counts. Sharpe's first points in the third quarter. He's got 22. That is the last foul to give for Phoenix with 6:25 to play in the third.
That's a positive sign. You know, Blazers down 13, a chance to make it 12, and they're in the bonus the rest of the way and are owed some opportunities.
Yes, they are. Free throw is good. Sharpe has 23. It's 80-68. Phoenix has taken 12 more free throws than the Blazers have in this game. Gillespie up top. Gives it to O'Neal. A quick three. In and out. Rebound Williams. Using his length. Knocked free. Sharpe didn't see it. Williams gets it back up top to O'Neal for three. That's no good. This time Williams secures the rebound. Sharpe in the front court. Crosses, attacks, circles, goes left, slips through, fires the pass to Kamara. Jab step in front of O'Neal. Step back three from Kamara. That is up and out. Kamara has not made a shot tonight. Blazers down 12. There is contact everywhere. Both coaches throwing their hands up in the air. Now Booker into the lane, pushes off, pulls back, and hits it.
You know, Booker's game is built on delivering contact and getting separation.
Sharpe on the perimeter. Looks for Williams. Back to Sharpe. 12 to shoot. The long arm from Williams in his face. Drives, steps back, hesitates, step back three. No good. Straight up in the air. Loose ball is grabbed by O'Neal. Now ahead to Gillespie. Gives it to Booker. Booker in front of Williams. Throws it underneath to Williams, and he puts it in.
Phoenix is just really getting easier baskets than the Blazers. Blazers are working really hard with the dribble to just try to get an opportunity.
There's a hard foul as Sissoko on the drive will go to the line. Suns have their largest lead of 16 points. It's 84-68. Booker picks up the personal.
Booker acknowledges to Mark Davis, yeah, you know, I fouled.
You don't see that very often. Sissoko 4 of 7 from the line this year. Makes the first. Last year, City was 3 for 9. The Suns, I think, are going to take a timeout here. Yes, they are. 84-69. Sissoko doing a nice job there of getting an opportunity to score with the clock dead. 4:41 to play in the third. The Blazers struggling from the floor. 2:14 in the quarter. And they trail by 15. We'll take a timeout on the Trailblazers Audio Network.
Extra value meals are back. That means 10 tender, juicy McNuggets and medium fries and a drink are just $8. Only at McDonald's.
For limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Hawaii, Alaska, and California, and for delivery.
Hi, this is Mike Bagley. Join me along with the cast and crew of the Motor Racing Network for NASCAR Live. Hear exclusive interviews.
It's my responsibility as a driver to leave the sport in a better place than it was when I got here.
The best moments from each of NASCAR's premier series.
They bang sideways at the line. Photo finish.
And in-depth breakdowns of the latest NASCAR news and more. It's NASCAR Live. Listen today in the iHeartRadio app or on your favorite podcast platform.
Indeed Flex gives you the power to instantly access work this holiday season. Find temporary jobs that fit your schedule, short or long term, with top pay and access to medical, dental, and vision benefits. And every shift you work this season earns you a chance to win a share of our $25,000 festive prize draw. Start earning and winning today. Get the flexibility you need for the holiday you deserve. Download the Indeed Flex app now.
Wishing the holidays could come early? If you own or manage a business, they can. With help from iHeartRadio. People are already shopping for their loved ones and hunting for deals wherever they can find them, including right here. They're listening to the radio. They're listening to podcasts. They could be listening to you. Don't wait for everyone else to kick off the holidays. Get your best season of the year up and running today. Call 844-844-iHeart or visit iHeartAdvertising.com.
The Portland Trailblazers, KPOJ AM Portland.
Grab a taste of the action with the Blazers Pizza Special. Each ticket includes a large soda and a square of Detroit-style pizza from local favorite Ranch Pizza. With 2 tickets starting at $50, this is a winning combo no matter how you slice it. Check out our full menu of games and grab your tickets today at trailblazers.com/pizza. The Suns 84 and the Blazers 69 with 4:41 to play in the third quarter. Phoenix outscoring the Blazers 20-8 in this third quarter. It was a 3-point game at halftime. The Blazers 2 of 14 from the floor in this quarter. And the starters for the Trailblazers tonight are 3 for 17 from beyond the arc. This has not been an offensive show for the Blazers tonight.
No, it's been an experience in settling for some shots and missing shots.
Yeah.
And that contributes to not getting to the free throw line and not putting the type of pressure on the defense that you need to.
Yeah. Shaedon Sharpe tonight has been terrific. Denny Avdia has struggled at times, and part of the reason he's not getting the whistle that he usually does. So his numbers are down a little bit. Caleb Love has been very good. Aside from that, there has not been much offense on this team tonight.
No, and some of that is because of the lack of proper spacing. You know, so physicality you can get away with physicality when you make your opponent play in a crowd.
Sissoko hits both free throws for his first 2 points of the night, 84-70. Gillespie will bring it up in front of Love.
Blazers changing their defense. They extended their zone, and they're looking for trapping opportunities.
Over to Brooks in front of Avdia. Looks for cutting Iguodala wide open at the rim. Iguodala with his second bucket of the night. It's 86-70. Suns have matched their largest lead. Avdia up top. Drives into the lane and kicks to Kamara. Wide open three. That's good. And they also get a whistle. They did. There's a foul under the basket. It'll be an and one, but Kamara will not be taking the free throw.
No, so that Kamara's three could be the spark.
That is his first field goal of the night after missing his first 6. That was on Isaiah Livers as he pushed Sissoko to the floor on the rebound, and Sissoko is back at the line. And it's good. 86-74. Blazers back to within 12. Here's Gillespie, defended by Kamara on the near sideline. Works back up top. Ball is kicked away, but no whistle. Eventually, they blew it. The officials a step behind tonight with some of the whistles.
Yeah, it takes you a while to second guess a kick ball. You're not on your game.
That resets the shot clock to 14. I mean, you don't get much more obvious kick balls than that one right there. Inbound to Iguodala at the elbow. Bounce pass out to Gillespie. Ball fake and a three from Livers. Good.
I thought he had a foot on the line. I wouldn't be surprised to see that change to a 2.
Avdia up top in front of Booker. Jackson kicks to Kamara. Races for 3 again, and it's good again. Back-to-back threes for Kamara. It's 89-77.
Assistant coach Nate Bjorken talked to Tamani after the last time out, and I'm sure he told him, clear the slate. We need you.
Livers, wide open corner 3. That's no good. Tapped out. Up top to Booker. Now Gillespie with a catch-and-shoot 3. That's no good. And Iguodala with the rebound puts it in after tossing Williams to the ground with no whistle. Love on the near side. Has it in front of Iguodala. 91-77 Phoenix. Love takes off. Drive. Stops. Throws it to the corner. Deflected. Loose, but Sissoko has it. Slides into the traffic. It's a turnover, but off the leg of Gillespie out of bounds.
You know, so what's happening right now is really interesting. I totally understand it. The role players that are getting extended minutes feel like they're supposed to get the ball to rotation players. And the defense they got to take what the defense gives. And the opportunity is for Caleb Love. It's for Sidi Sadoko. They got to be comfortable converting those opportunities.
Sissoko will get it in from the near side. Finds Avdia up top. Blazers down 14. Denny drives. Slips through. Dumps it off to Murray. Murray dribbles it back out and gives it to Love for a deep 3. Short. Rebound Murray. Murray goes back up with it. No. Batted around. Livers comes away with it. Blazers with opportunities. Now the Suns have numbers. Iguodala runs right through Sissoko, and a block is called on Sissoko. He tried to draw the charge, but I think he was out of position. Yeah, he did not get there in time.
And then the offensive player did a good job changing his angle.
Yep. That's his second. And it'll be free throws. So Iguodala will head to the line. Iguodala was drafted by the Trailblazers last year in the second round. One of the picks that was sold to the Suns for future second-round picks. It's the first free throw. He came into the game 7 of 14. Iguodala actually grew up in Phoenix when the Suns were bad, and he said he was not a Suns fan as a kid, but he is now. Second free throw is good. 93-77. Phoenix back in front by 16. 2:35 to play in the third. Avdia drives. Stops in the baseline, turns, slips through, double clutch, no good. Push to the ground, again, no whistle. Here's Booker up top. Looks to Iguodala near side. Now a bounce pass for Booker. He's got Love on his back. Drives to the baseline, pulls up. Jumper is off the mark, tipped a couple of times, pinballed into the hands of Chris Murray, and now Love has it. Love gets past Booker, drives into traffic. Sissoko out to Kamara. Kamara for 3, air ball. Now the bounce pass ahead to Livers. He has to stop and kick it back out to Goodwin. Back to Livers on the perimeter. Dax, drive, bounce pass kicked away by Avdia. Dunn will come back in. Michael, I don't know what Denny Avdia has to do to get a whistle tonight.
Yeah, he definitely... They definitely have not bought what he's selling.
No.
And he's been in position where he should have been rewarded with a whistle on multiple possessions.
And down to Iguodala with 11 seconds to shoot. Now Dunn on the drive. Stripped out of his hand, but right to Iguodala with the dunk. And the Suns have their largest lead of 18. Avdia walks it up. Spins to the baseline through 3 defenders. Tries to reverse it in. No, but he's fouled and will finally go to the free throw line.
And again, then he looks exhausted. I mean, he's working so hard to just try, from a competitive standpoint, to give his team a chance.
It's very easy, Michael, to look at the free throws. The Suns have made 9 more than the Blazers have and say that's a big part of this game. It is, but it is far from the only reason why the Suns have, after the free throw, now a 17-point lead.
No, you got to give the Suns credit for their execution.
Absolutely.
You know, there's 3 E's. There's energy, effort, and execution. I think the Blazers have played with good enough energy and good enough effort, but the execution has not been sharp.
Yeah. They've turned it over 16 times for 17 Suns points. Avdia hits both free throws. Wap Reith comes into the game for Toumani Camara. Iguodala has the last 6 for Phoenix and 8 of the last 11. He brings it up. 95-79. Gets into the lane. Delivers in the corner for 3. In and out. Getting with the rebound. Pushes back with some tempo. He drives and kicks to Murray. Murray ball fake. Defender's on his hip. Brings it back out to the wing. Up top to Avdia with a minute to play in the third. Then he resets. Pushes off, stops, kicks. Murray, ball fake, steps back. Thought about the 3. Now to Sissoko. Drives, 2 on the shot clock. Fades away. No. And a whistle, a foul. No, a shot clock violation. I thought there was a foul before that, but there was not. A terrible offensive possession by the Trailblazers. Reluctant shooters, terrible spacing, and they could not get anything done. Not a quality look.
Well, again, execution. There was no execution. There was no move, no cut, no screen, no back cut. You know, it was 5 guys standing around hoping that one guy with the ball would be able to make a scoring play.
Gillespie stops and pulls up 14 feet and puts it in.
And now the Phoenix Suns did the same thing right there, but they had spacing. So when Gillespie put the ball on the deck, he was able to get to a go-to move.
And he's fouled on the drive, and he'll go back to the line. You know, Michael, the Suns are coming off of a loss. They lost at home to Atlanta a couple of nights ago by 2, 124-122. Prior to that, they had won 5 in a row. In those 5 games, they won by an average of 18.2 points a game.
No, they found something. And the something that they have found is spacing.
So that they misses the first.
So that everybody has room to operate.
Teams they beat in that stretch: Clippers, Pelicans, Dallas, Indiana. Free throw is good. Avdia splits them. He's got 15.
I think they managed their schedule well because I don't think any of those teams that they beat were above 500.
No. 20 seconds left in the third. Love is all over Gillespie at center court. 5-second differential. Screen comes. Gillespie on the wing. Now he attacks on Murray. Drives, stops, has nowhere to go with it. He just camped out in the paint. Out to Goodwin. They call that a 3. And it's a 20-point Suns advantage.
You got to give the Suns credit. They're making shots.
4 seconds left in the third. Love takes off, drives, left hand, good. Love's got 15. That'll do it for the third, but the Suns running away with this one. 100-82, and Phoenix will have the ball to start the fourth quarter. We'll take a timeout on the Trailblazers Audio Network.
Hey, Rip City. Looking for a program that empowers girls through basketball? She Hoops, presented by Toyota, is here. Designed for girls ages 6 through 17, She Hoops combines skill building with personal growth, focusing on education, mental and physical health, and community. Join us December 6th at Grant High School for our first clinic, featuring mental health as our highlighted pillar. Each participant gets a She Hoops t-shirt and fun giveaways. Sign up today at trailblazers.com/youthbasketball under the She Hoops section.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
Multi-platinum, 13-time Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter John Legend presents Get Lifted, the 20th anniversary tour. John Legend is back with his full band. Performing at Theater of the Clouds, Sunday, December 7th. Get tickets now at livenation.com. For more, visit johnlegend.com.
Hey, Rip City, this is Donovan Clingan. Thank you for being a loyal fan and for joining us on the Trailblazers Audio Network.
Start of the fourth quarter, the Blazers trailing the Suns 100-82. Travis Demers, along with Michael Holden and Chad Ewing. Blazers were outscored 36-21 in that third quarter. The Blazers were 5 of 22 from the floor and 2 for 10 from 3. Meanwhile, the Suns 14 of 25 and 4 of 10 from 3. And the Blazers are really having trouble getting in any kind of rhythm on either side of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, boy, you talk about those numbers, and if you unpack them a little more deeply, Blazers made 5 field goals and had 8 turnovers. Wow. And whenever you turn the basketball over at a rate higher than you're making baskets, you're going to have a hard time.
Suns, meanwhile, turned it over 3 times, 5 Blazers points. The Blazers were 0 for 5 on second chance shots in that quarter, Michael. They had 5 offensive rebounds, and the only points they came away with were on free throws.
Well, the Blazers have, been challenged all night getting quality shots, and then some of the quality shots that they have gotten, they've either rushed or not converted.
Yeah. Phoenix is 7-1 when leading after 3. The Blazers 2-5 when trailing entering the fourth quarter. Again, the Blazers are undermanned tonight. A lot of players out. We knew that Dame, Scoot, Tease, Blake Wesley, that they were all going to be out. They've been out for a while. Drew Holiday also added to the mix for the second straight game, and Jeremy Grant not available tonight as well. Caleb Love has stepped up, though. He is the second leading scorer for the Blazers with 15 points on 6 of 10 shooting. He came into the game with 7 career field goals and 3 made threes in his career. Tonight he has 6 made field goals and 3 made threes. Suns have the ball to start the fourth. Iguodala swings it out to Goodwin up top. Now gives it to Gillespie, defended by Kamara. Gives it up to Dunn. Love's in front of him, cross-court pass to Gillespie. Catch and shoot 3 is good. 13 points for Gillespie as the Suns knock down their 11th 3 of the game, and they lead it by 21, their largest lead. Sharp up top. Now he takes off, drives, foul, count it. That is a terrific take from Shaedon Sharpe. He's got 25 points. He had never had more than 16 in a game against the Suns.
The
back in February.
Blazers were still a bit stagnant, but Shaedon was good enough to break down the Suns off the dribble.
Yeah. Richards will come in for Iguodala. Michael, the Blazers had 10 assists on their first 14 makes. Since then, they have 9 assists on their next 18 makes. Sharpe hits the free throw. He's got 26.
It takes 2 to make an assist happen. A passer and a shot going through the goal.
103-85. Dunn at the elbow. Backs it into the corner in front of Clingan. Takes off into the lane. Pumps, stops, looks for Goodwin. He pulls up from 13 feet and hits it. 105-85. Love gives up to Clingan. Near side, left-hand dribble, picks it up, hands it to Sharpe, turns the corner, slides into the far corner for Murray for an open three-pointer. That's short. Rebound Livers. It's hard to come back when you're not making shots.
And that was a good shot. A dribble penetration, a drive, paint touch, a kick out for an open 3.
Hard screen from Richards through his hip into Love. Ball fake. Now back to Richards underneath. Lost it. How long is he allowed to stand in the paint for? Running hook on the way is good. 107-85. Long inbound to Clingan. Hands it to Sharpe. Slips through and finds Kamara in the corner. Back to Sharpe on the wing. 16 to shoot. Thought about the 3. Cross court to Love. A deep 3. No good. Air ball out of bounds.
I mean, I looked at the Phoenix Suns defense, and they were in a shell like you practice. And all 5 guys were just in the shell the whole possession, and the Blazers shot an air ball.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to crack the shell. with a cut or with a screen.
Gillespie walks it up. Screen comes, he goes left and finds O'Neal. Bounce past a Goodwin in the corner. 10 seconds to shoot. Suns taking lots of time off the shot clock. Back to O'Neal, 5 to shoot. To Goodwin in the corner. Step back 3 over Clingan. No good. Richards has it. And a shot clock violation. Sissoko and Hudson will come into the game. Love will come off the floor. Sharp will walk it up. He's got a game-high 26 points. Around to the wing. Drives right to the rim with ease and lays it in.
Wow, that's the easiest basket the Blazers have had in the second half. Shaedon Sharpe, straight line drive.
He's got 28, 107-87. Here's Richards in the free throw circle, defended by Hansen. Blocked underneath by Hansen, rips it out of thin air, throws it ahead to Kamara. Brings it across, pass deflected out of bounds. Kamara was looking for Sissoko in the corner.
You had 3 Blazers in a row on the break. When that happens, the first guy's supposed to go through to the other side. Well, anyway, I digress.
Hansen was kind of slumped over a little bit. Like he might have been in some pain with his right arm, but he gives a thumbs up to the bench. He stays in. Sharp pulls up, 3 behind a screen. Off the mark, rebound O'Neal on the baseline. Trapped by 2 defenders, tries to get out of it. Now throws it ahead to Gillespie. Gillespie on the wing, slows it down near side, backs it up to the hash mark. Green comes to the left, goes with it, puts up an uncontested 3 and hits it. 110-87.
Gillespie made that look easy, just called for the screen. Blazers in drop coverage.
Sissoko throws it off the leg of Vigdor out of bounds. He's looking for a cutting Murray, but there was nowhere to get that ball to.
No, there was just no passing lane. Again, the Suns are really just stacked in their defense.
Sissoko hits it into Hansen. A bad pass and a turnover. Goodwin in the front court drives and dunks it. This is getting ugly. Again, Michael, this looks a lot like the game against the Rockets. Close until halftime. In the third quarter early, things get away.
And I'll tell you what the similarities in the 2 games with the physicality of the Rockets and the physicality of the Suns.
Sissoko misses the layup, goes out of bounds after the rebound attempt. Suns ball.
I thought the physicality of the Rockets was more within the boundaries. I thought the Suns got away with a lot of pushing and shoving and sloppy physical play early in this game.
It really set the tone for this game.
Yeah, exactly. And we say that not as an excuse, but as an explanation for those that may have tuned in late.
Yeah. And look, when those situations happen, you've got to find a way to recover. And the Blazers really have not. They go over to the corner, gives it up. There's Goodwin coming around the screen. Into the lane. Stops and slides it up top. Here's Dunn. Works on Avdia. Out to O'Neal for an open 3-pointer, and that's off the mark. Rebound grabbed by Avdia, but knocked out of bounds by Gillespie.
You know, at some point, you start thinking about tomorrow night. But I say that, and you look at the Blazer bench, and there's not a lot of bodies that can come in. Rayon Rupert, DeWalt Reith.
Yeah. Here's Avdia on the perimeter. Gets into the lane, pulls up from 14 and puts it in. 17 for Avdia. And to your point, Michael, yeah, there's everybody who's available has played tonight. And you hope that, Grant, maybe, Holiday, maybe, might be available tomorrow night against the Bulls. Here's a straightaway 3 from Gillespie. It's off the mark, and Hudson grabs the rebound. Bulls already in Portland, resting up for tomorrow's game. Avdia out to Kamara. Out to Denny near side. 14 to shoot. Double team through the defense. Kicks it out. Kamara 3. No good. Down Gillespie. Brings it ahead, circles around, and resets, slows things down. Cross over to the baseline, throws it into traffic, but gets to Gillespie and knocked out of bounds. And the Suns will hold on to it. It's 112-89 Phoenix. 7:13 to play in the fourth quarter, and the Suns will take timeout. They'll do the same on the Trailblazers Audio Network.
Family owned and operated, environmentally conscious recycling. Visit them today at ecrrecycling.com for all your commercial and residential material recovery services. That's ecrrecycling.com. Wherever you are, choose ECR.
Lights are going up, snow is falling down. There's a feeling of goodwill around town. It could only mean one thing. McRib is here.
'Tis the season for seasoned pork, tangy barbecue sauce, onions and pickles on that home-style bun. The McRib is coming to town, only for a limited time at participating McDonald's.
McRib is here. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The Post-Career Day Press Conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Anthony, can you tell us what happened during Career Day?
I'm a biomedical researcher. The kids just weren't impressed.
How did you feel when your son called in the backup?
Embarrassed, and I knew it would be a fireman. It's always a fireman. It's cliche, but a crowd favorite. He had an axe and everything. I can't compete with that.
And will the fireman be helping your son with his science fair project?
Hope not. I'm literally a scientist.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
In business, having a solid game plan is key to success. That's why Northwest Businesses partner with Columbia Bank. And now Columbia is partnering with another local favorite, your Portland Trailblazers. See how Columbia can help your business grow at columbiabank.com. Member FDIC.
Chad doing here with your scoreboard report. Checking finals from the NBA tonight in Orlando. The Magic topped the Warriors 121-113. Big night for Desmond Bane, 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 steals. 34 for Steph Curry in the loss. Celtics topped the Nets in Brooklyn 113-99. Peyton Pritchard double-double, 22 points and 10 rebounds. In Atlanta, the Pistons improved to 13-2 and topped the Hawks 120-112. 25 points, 6 boards, 10 assists for Cade Cunningham. In San Antonio, the Spurs 111, the Grizzlies 101. Harrison Barnes led the Spurs with 23 points. And in Los Angeles, the Lakers topped the Jazz by a score of 140-125. Luka Doncic, 37 points, 10 assists, and 4 steals. Now back to Travis Demers.
All right, Chad, thank you. The Blazers trail 112-89 with 7:13 to play in the fourth quarter. And this has been a rough second half for the Blazers, Michael. The injuries and the depth have really shown to be problematic for this team tonight, and they just are unable to play their game.
Well, what happens as the game progresses, the Blazers are wearing down. You know, that's starting to kind of, I don't want to say be a trend, but over the last 2 or 3 games, it's happening. And in large part because they're playing so hard and they're shorthanded.
Yeah. They do have another game tomorrow night against the Bulls. And to Michael's point earlier, you know, you start thinking about that and trying to rest some starters. There really aren't enough healthy players to do that. Gillespie will get it in from the baseline to O'Neal. Iguodala. Clingan backs off defensively. Now he attacks and drives right to the rim and puts it in.
That's just a one-on-one straight line drive.
Yep. 25-point lead for Phoenix, matching their largest of the game. Sharp up top. He's got 28 points to lead all scorers. Drive and kick to Love. Fakes, pulls up. Mid-range jumpers, good. 17 points for Love.
That's Caleb Love making the right read. He wanted to make a pass, but the defense gave him the shot, and he knocked it down.
Gillespie at the free throw line, runs underneath, kicks it out to the corner. What's the call?
He landed.
Oh, I did not see that.
Yeah, he jumped and then he landed before he made the pass.
A lot of traffic under the basket there. 114-91. I'll be up top to Sharp. Tightly defended by Dunn. Crosses and attacks, pushes off, gets in the lane, stops right to the rim. He's fouled and will go to the free throw line. That'll be the 5th on Dunn. Or is that going to be on Iguodala?
Most effective Blazers in this game off the drive have been Shaedon Sharpe and Deni Avdija.
Yeah.
You know, when you look at the amount of free throws that they've taken, it really doesn't reflect the pressure that they put on the defense.
No, it does not. Sharp misses the first. Blazers 13 of 16 from the line tonight. The Suns 18 of 21. Suns have only taken 4 free throws in the second half.
I think I said to you at the end of the first half, I was reasonably confident that the 3 free throw attempt would balance out.
And you were correct. 29 for Sharp after the free throw. It's 114-92. And by the way, the Suns have done this with Booker only playing 29 minutes tonight. Goodwin, Iguodaro, back to Goodwin, back to Iguodaro at the elbow. Looking for a cutter, can't find him, so he dribbles right. Over to the far side, here's done with it. 3 seconds to shoot, pulls up from 18 feet, well off the mark. Batted around, a shot clock violation. 14th Phoenix turnover. The Blazers have scored 20 points off of Suns turnovers tonight. They have allowed Phoenix to score 21 off of theirs.
Got to give the Blazers defense credit for that stop. It was solid. Because the Suns ran their stuff. They got multiple ball reversals, and the Blazers guarded them into a 24-second violation.
Then he takes it up to the wing, 5:48 to play. He launches a three-pointer. It's short. Rebound ahead to Iguodaro. Drive and the dunk.
So that's when your three-point shot becomes the first pass to your opponent's fast break. That's what it looks like.
Then he takes off. Takes it in, and he should be going to the line.
Should be shooting free throws.
My goodness. 116-94. Three-pointer from O'Neal. That's no good. Out of bounds off of Gibson. Thiago Splitter will take a timeout. Deni Avdija tonight, 19 points in 29 minutes. He has not been rewarded with the whistle for his effort. We'll take a timeout with 5:19 to play on the Trailblazers Audio Network.
Trailblazers Cyber Monday savings are loading up. Now's your chance to score big. Save up to 30% on select games and lock in your seats for the matchups you don't want to miss. Don't wait. Visit trailblazers.com/Cyber Monday to sign up for early access and get first pick before these deals are gone. Celebrate the season, save big, and we'll see you soon, Rip City. Save on select games now at trailblazers.com/Cyber Monday.
Sometimes a girl in my class doesn't bring anything to eat for lunch.
The truth is, in America, 1 in 5 kids worry about their next meal.
I want everybody to have yummy food.
So do we. That's why Fred Meyer donates surplus fresh food from our shelves to your local food bank. We've provided over 3.5 billion meals through our Zero Hunger, Zero Waste plan. Visit fredmeyer.com to see how you can help fight hunger and waste in our community.
Because nobody should have an empty tummy.
Brian Adams, Roll with the Punches Tour 2025. A night full of hits, live at Motor Center, Saturday, November 22nd. With special guest Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo. Get tickets now at LiveNation.com. Your home of the Portland Trailblazers, KPOJ AM Portland.
Attention passengers, this is your captain speaking. Our iconic PDX jerseys have landed. Grab yours now and help keep Portland fly only at Rip City Clothing, the Blazers official team store. Shop now at ripcityclothing.com. And Rip City, make this season yours. Wear it your way with exclusive Trailblazers gear you can't find anywhere else. New drops all season long at Rip City Clothing. Shop now at any arena store or online at ripcityclothing.com. 5:19 to play fourth quarter. The Blazers trailing the Suns 116-94. And it looks like, Michael, that Thiago Splitter is going to empty the bench out. Shaedon Sharpe with 29 points tonight. He had 30 in 3 of his last 4. Didn't get there tonight. And Deni Avdija with 19. It's only the second time this season that he's been held under 20. And he actually has the 5th longest streak in the league of consecutive 20-point games of 8. If you're wondering who has the longest, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 87.
Well, you're MVP for a reason.
Yeah.
Consistency.
The Blazers come out with Rupert, Love, Hansen, Reith, and Sissoko. Phoenix has O'Neal, Iguodaro, Dunn, Gillespie, and Goodwin. Love will bring it up in front of Gillespie. Has it at the wing. Bounce pass up top to Hansen. Picks it up and finds Sissoko straight away. 10 seconds shoot. Back to Hansen. Spins through to the rim. Left hand, yes. That's a beautiful move from Young Hansen.
Great execution on the play to get him a pass on the block.
O'Neal cross court to Gillespie. A deep three. Heat check. No good. Long rebound. Love's got it. In transition to 3-on-3. He attacks, drives, slips through. Knocked out of his hands and stolen. Gillespie ahead to Dunn. Dunks it in.
4-point swing. Fast break opportunity the Blazers don't get, and a fast break layup they give up.
Sissoko. Fouled from behind by Goodwin, who reached it. That's his second, team's third. And we're going to see Rasheer Fleming check back in. Fleming was one of those guys who was looked at as a mid-first round pick or so. He kept sliding and sliding all the way down to the first pick of the second round. Inbound to Love, now up top to Hunt. Puts it on the floor with a couple of bounces. Out of Sissoko. Takes off, drives to the rim. Double clutch, puts it in. 5 points for Sissoko. 19-98. Terrible pass by Iguodaro. He was looking for Fleming to cut, but he never did.
So Fleming was behind the defense, but he didn't move to ball side. You always want to move to the side of the ball, cross the lane as a big to make yourself a near outlet.
Love in front of Fleming, takes off, drives, looks for Hodgson underneath, swings it out to Sissoko for three. Buries it. And the McDonald's 100-point play is on. Score free sausage McMuffin with egg with any $2 purchase tomorrow morning at your local McDonald's. Only redeemable in the McDonald's app. Download it now. Iguodaro gives it back to Gillespie. Dribbles, runs it up, gets a foul, and the bunker.
Blazers have gotten called for a lot of fouls with the contact below the waist on jump shooters.
Yep. Repair picks that one.
And the reason for that is because of the screen. So you're fighting over the top of the screen trying to recover.
Nigel Hayes-Davis comes in. And so does Nick Richards. Nigel Hayes-Davis has a fascinating story. I don't know if we'll have time to get to it. Free throw is good. It's 121-101. Love takes it up. Has it at the wing. Bounce pass to Hodgson. Shoots on his back. Tries to work inside and is bumped and fouled. That's the last foul to give Phoenix.
Tell me that story.
So he's 30 years old, and he's played in 9 NBA games prior to this season. He was undrafted in 2017. Bounced around the NBA for a few 10-day contracts, Michael, and then went over to Europe. He was a EuroLeague champ, EuroLeague MVP, Lithuanian League champ, Spanish Cup winner, and all this stuff, and then finally finds himself back in the NBA.
That is an interesting story.
Just repair on the baseline, dribbled it off with his leg. Picked up by Goodwin. Into the front court. Looks for Fleming in the corner for three. No good. Fleming tries to save it. He does, but right to the repair. Hoops comes back the other way. Jackson drives, spins in the lane, and a foul, and repair will go to the line. 121-101. If the Blazers get to 110 points, Michael, this will be the 8th straight game that the Blazers have played in a game where both teams scored 110. That is the longest streak in franchise history.
Well, I think that speaks to the desired pace that this team wants to play at.
First free throw, no good. They're at 7 right now, which ties the longest stretch. 84-85 and 71-72. Bears free throw is good. His first point of the night. 121-102 with 3:06 to play in the fourth quarter. Samari Bouye, who the Suns signed yesterday, comes in. Former Trailblazer. Davis gives it up to Richards. Missed the shot. Loose ball. Hansen has it, but it's stripped out of his hands. Now Hayes Davis with three. No good. Repair the rebound. Pushes back with some pace. Bounce pass ahead to Love to the rim. No, blocked. And it comes all the way out towards midcourt, but there's a steal by Sissoko. Slides it out to Reith for three. That's good. Rob Reith has been unbelievable from beyond the arc this year. He is 13 of 21.
I think he's been the most consistent three-point shooter on this team.
Bouye bounce pass to Goodwin in the corner to answer back, and he does.
Blazers playing zone, and Phoenix is kind of going to their zone offense.
Reith falls to the floor, but here's Repair, reverses it in. It's 124-107.
2 minutes.
The Suns last night waived two-way player C.J. Huntley and signed Bouye. Bouye walks it up. Spent 8 games in the G League this year. Richards at the elbow. The shot is off the mark and picked up by Love.
What you just described means that there's a strong chance that Bouye flew in today.
Hansen to the rim, no good block, gets it back, puts it in and one. Yeah, you're probably right about that. Bouye averaged 20 points a game in the G League.
He can play. I mean, I remember when he was here. I mean, there was no question about his ability to play. A lot of times, Travis, it's about fit.
Yeah.
It's about being in the right situation at the right time. It's not about whether you can play or not play.
Hansen to the line, where he is 5 of 6 this year. And it's good. And there you go, Michael. 8 straight games for the Blazers where both teams have scored at least 110. That is a new franchise record. A lot of points being scored.
And the Blazers have taken 20 free throws to the Phoenix Suns 22.
There you go, evened out. Yeah, on the wing. Blazers down 124-110. Fleming out to Bouye. Jab step back. Long two is off the mark. Long rebound tipped loose. Hayes Davis has it. Minute 10 to go. Bouye at midcourt. Screen comes to the right. Launches a three. Hits it. 127-110. Here's Sissoko on the drive. Stops and finds Hansen. Wide open three. No good. Long rebound is controlled by Goodwin. 53 seconds to play. Up top to Richards. Bouye on the drive. Tries to work on Sissoko. Now throws it out to Goodwin. Back to Bouye. Screen comes. The pair picks him up. Looks into the corner. Fleming spins in the lane. Stops and kicks. Hayes Davis drives. Runs it up. Short. Tipped a couple of times. Bounce free. Pinballed loose. And Love dives on it, but lost it.
Love dribbled it, kicked it, and then dove on it.
8 seconds on the shot clock. Hayes Davis just going to hold on to it on the far side. And let the shot clock expire. 9.8 on the clock. Blazers down 17. Inbound to Hansen. He does need to get it across midcourt. 5 seconds to play. Young Hansen will dribble the final couple of seconds out, and that'll do it. The Blazers fall to the Suns in an ugly second half. 127-110 the final score. We'll take a timeout on the Trailblazers Audio Network.
Trailblazers fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but catching them from the hardwood is a whole different experience. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Trailblazers and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can experience all the sights, sounds, and styles in person. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Trailblazers. See you courtside, Rip City.
At Moda Health, we know your time matters. Just ask our customer service team members.
We're going to respect your time so you get the answers that you need.
We're here to help you. That's the reason our team exists. Listen, understand, and help.
Members should call us because we're here to help. We want to make that connection with you.
Moda Health. Real people ready to help. Experience health insurance with heart. Visit modahealth.com/explore to learn more.
Back at Moda Center, the Blazers fall to the Suns. 127-110 the final score. As the Blazers drop to 6-8, 3-3 at home. The Suns are now 9-6 and 3-4 on the road. Take a timeout. Post-game show is coming up next on the Trailblazers Audio Network.
Portland Trailblazers basketball has been brought to you by Moda Health. Experience better health insurance. And by Columbia Bank, proud partner of your Portland Trailblazers.
Think Verizon, the best 5G network, is expensive? Think again. Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store today and we'll give you a better deal. Now, what to do with your unwanted bills? Ever seen an origami version of the bean? Jokes aside, Verizon has the most ways to save on phones and plans where everyone in the family can choose their own plan and save. So bring in your bill to your local Chicago Verizon store today and we'll give you a better deal. Rankings based on Root Metric True Score report dated 1H2025. Your results may vary. Must provide a postpaid consumer mobile bill dated within the past 45 days. Bill must be in the same name as the person looking at the deal. Additional terms apply.
Indeed Flex gives you the power to instantly access work this holiday season. Find temporary jobs that fit your schedule, short or long term, with top pay and access to medical, dental, and vision benefits. And every shift you work this season earns you a chance to win a share of our $25,000 festive prize draw. Start earning and winning today. Get the flexibility you need for the holiday you deserve. Download the Indeed Flex app now.
Hi, this is Mike Bagley. Join me along with the cast and crew of the Motor Racing Network for NASCAR Live. Hear exclusive interviews.
It's my responsibility as a driver to leave the sport in a better place than it was when I got here.
The best moments from each of NASCAR's premier series.
They bang sideways at the line. Photo finish.
And in-depth breakdowns of the latest NASCAR news and more. It's NASCAR Live. Listen today in the iHeartRadio app or on your favorite podcast platform.
Let's be real, Illinois. Around here, egg salad isn't egg salad unless it's made with Miracle Whip. You know it, your neighbors know it, heck, everyone from Rockford to Carbondale knows it. That tangy zip of Miracle Whip doesn't just jazz up bland dishes. It's the reason you never have leftover egg salad. Ever. So here's to you for keeping it bold, keeping it zippy, and keeping Miracle Whip right where it belongs. In all your favorite recipes. Buy Miracle Whip at your local grocery store and get your tang on, Illinois.
Go on, get a little out there into the big heart of Nevada, where you can go off-road and off the map, on 2 lakes or on horseback. Dip into hot springs and dive into deserts. Climb a mountain or make your best effort. See thousands of stars in some of the darkest skies. Stake out haunted hotels. Can you make it to sunrise? There's always something new to see because we've got plenty of space to just be. Plan your trip at travelnevada.com.
The game may be over, but we're just getting started with game highlights, key stats, and much more on the Trailblazers postgame show.
Back at Moda Center, the Blazers fall to the Suns, 127-110, along with Michael Holton and Chad Dewing. I'm Travis Demers, hanging out with you up here in Sean Lee's press box in section 113. Also joined, as always, by Curtis Long and Travis Clinton. And down in Studio C, the captain, Rich Patterson. Michael, there were a lot of things that went wrong in this game, specifically in the second half for the Trailblazers. The first half, the energy, the intensity, they wanted it, and they kept this game close. It was a 3-point game at halftime, but they were outscored 36-21 in the third quarter, and that's where this game got away from them. Where did things go wrong tonight?
Well, I thought that in the first half when the Blazers were staying in the game, they were losing a lot of energy. They were playing extremely hard. The game was physical, weren't getting whistles, weren't getting quality shots, but just overcame a number of things to just be in the game and be down 3. Well, I thought the things they overcame in the first half caught up with them in the second half.
Yeah. Obviously, the injuries, as you mentioned, a concern tonight. No Drew Holiday for the second straight night. No Jeremy Grant. So that means somebody else had to step up. Chris Murray got his first start of the season tonight. And the bench put up some numbers. The bench played really hard tonight, and they were actually pretty darn efficient when you look through the numbers. There were just too many mistakes in this game, and when you have players that haven't played much time together or much time at all, there are going to be some things that go the wrong way.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not just what happens, it's when it happened. Yeah. Right? I look at this game, and, I thought Tamani Kamara struggling to make a field goal in the first half affected the team, because they really needed, when you're shorthanded, you don't have the margin for missing shots and having stretches of struggling offensively against a good team, a team that's hot right now. I mean, Phoenix Suns came in to this game, winners of 5 of their last 6. Yeah. A team that, to your point earlier, with a margin of victory of, I think, 18 points in those 5 wins. So this was a hot team that the Blazers faced tonight.
It was. And, the thing about Phoenix tonight, Michael, is they didn't do anything so well that the Blazers just couldn't compete. They did a lot of things well, but it wasn't that they played so well that the Blazers couldn't compete in this game.
Yeah. Well, I think the difference in the two teams tonight is that the Phoenix Suns had a continuity about their performance on both ends of the floor. And the Blazers, for being shorthanded and first game after a long trip, there were a lot of things that had the Blazers having to really dig deep to be in the game.
You mentioned the physicality in this one. The tone was set right off the bat. Phoenix had the latitude to be very physical tonight. The Blazers really didn't, but the way that Phoenix played, they took the Blazers out of their game, and they took advantage of the way the game was being officiated.
Yeah, and so what happens with physicality, and it's so hard when we're doing the game in real time to try to point it out or try to say it, and I get frustrated as an analyst about it. But when we start saying the team is stagnant, the Blazers aren't moving, the spacing is poor, what we're really saying is the physicality of the opponent has impeded the Trailblazers' ability to execute.
Yeah. And it absolutely did tonight.
Yeah, and that's what it looks like.
So now going forward, you got another game tomorrow night. What is it, 10:30? So you got another game in, 20 and a half hours. When you have a back-to-back, and I don't know if they did, the timing of this was that way when you were a player, but you play one game at 8 o'clock, the next night you play at 7. Does that make any difference if it's 23 hours later as opposed to 24?
No, you get to your routine, right, and whatever that is. I would assume for the Blazers they have a conversation in the locker room pretty quickly. And NBA basketball is such that coaches seldom talk to the team after the game about the game because they don't want to be emotional. So the way the game gets processed is it gets edited, video, the highlight, it gets put together, it gets pushed out, guys see it, they see their part, they see their minutes, they see the whole thing. But they're also instructed to, by midnight, you need to be done with this.
Yeah, you do.
Because we're going to push out another set of information to you about the Bulls.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow morning, I'm sure that they're not going to meet or have a shoot around. They're probably going to come in early tomorrow at 4 o'clock or something. So, because you got to have the balance of information and regeneration.
Let's hear from Tiago Splitter.
Well, it was frustrating. I think it's difficult to play the way we want to play. We don't have the energy to play fast how we want, so we getting slower and slower. We have to play guys that literally in a development role right now. We have a lot of guys, even Shea, shooting 24 shots a game. He's still developing and, learning from this every day. Same with Danny. Like, how can he be consistent every night? And you go with the least, Caleb Love getting 32 minutes. And so all of those guys, they learning. This is a process. And, it's going to be like this for some games now, where we got to understand what's going on. So it's frustrating, but we got to also look at the other side, like how they getting better at it.
You guys just kind of run out of gas in the third quarter. Third quarter seemed like it was kind of the backbreaker.
Yeah, I think it was maybe more emotional than legs type of thing. You know, they got a couple of runs there on us. We didn't have a response. And, you know, kind of like gave up.
With so many people sidelined and somehow short-handed, is that going to change the way team plays, or is it going to change any plan?
Well, we have different players. We're probably going to play different. You know, we probably got to go there, watch film, and how can we play better defensively with this team? How can we play offensively better? And then not much time to work out, to be honest. You know, like tomorrow is another game. We can't go and practice tomorrow morning or do anything like crazy. It's more like watch film. This is what we can do better. This is how can we attack better, defend better, and just try to find, you know, juice out of them, to be honest.
Do you have a sense of how long Drew will be out? Or is it kind of day-to-day situation?
It's a day-to-day. I don't think he's playing tomorrow, to be honest. But maybe Golden State type of thing. We got to see. I don't know.
For Hanson's shift in the first half, especially in the first half, is it part of the game plan, or did it just come out from game plan?
Yeah, it was part of the game. I think offensively he gives us a different look. He can be a hub there for us, passing the ball and being aggressive. He's still got to learn how to defend the basketball better, the rim. But yeah, like him, you know, he got to get better, and he will.
Do you see anything different between the G League practice that he got in and out?
I think those games help him with confidence. I see him, you know, talking to teammates more and being more vocal in the locker room. I think that helps.
Tomorrow's the first back-to-back that you guys have had since Rob has been cleared to play. Are you going to be able to use him on back-to-backs? The team in the past has been pretty cautious about that.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how easy. You know, he didn't play many minutes tonight, so he might play. We'll see.
How frustrating is it I mean, you want to play this style in this way, and you kind of just can't do what you want to do. It kind of has to, you got to change things on the fly. It's got to be difficult to regroup here.
Yeah, I mean, this is part of basketball, and this is part of, you know, being coach. You got to adapt. You have a certain players where you want to play one way, and now, you know, you have all these DNPs and DNDs, whatever we call, and so yeah, you have to change. You cannot do the same things, right? Like certain players play different, and you got to find a way for them to be effective.
Any other questions? Thank you all.
All right, there is Tiago Splitter. Michael, there were some very interesting things that he said in there. What stood out to you?
The notion that he feels like they almost need to make wholesale changes in how they play, given the schedule, the injuries, and the energy. You know, he said we got to look at who can play. We got to look at personnel groupings and matchups based on who we're playing.
Yeah.
And we got to find a way to be better offensively and defensively. Well, that kind of feels wholesale. I mean, when I say wholesale, I don't mean it as a negative thing, but that you got to look at everything, because the desired style of play, and he started by saying it's frustrating because we can't play the way that we want to play.
He also talked about players that are still developing, and obviously Shaedon Sharpe's still a young player in that mix, but you're talking about Young Hansen, Ryan Rupert, Sidy Cissoko, Caleb Love. These guys were getting big minutes tonight, and that at the start of the season was never the plan. You can never plan for who's going to be healthy and who's not, but those guys had to play important minutes tonight.
Yeah, and that, you know, brings up a really interesting point, Travis, because, you know, for the last few years here, it's been development and developmental, and everybody came into this season with the feeling that this was going to be a turning the corner season. And I'm not saying it still can't be that, But the fact that based on injuries, that guys are having to be developed in real time. And I thought Thiago was real transparent about it. He wasn't negative about it. I thought he was extremely clear and transparent.
Yeah, he certainly was. And now you go forward tomorrow against a Bulls team that beat a very good Denver team on the road a couple of nights ago after they had lost, I believe, 5 in a row. And they're pretty healthy. That's not getting any easier with a lot of guys who played a lot of minutes tonight. And it sounds like Drew Holiday probably not going to play tomorrow based on what Coach said.
Yeah, and so if I could put myself in Thiago's shoes for a minute, I'm sure that there's one thing that is going to resonate with him about this game that he wants to adjust going into the next game. And that was the ease in which Phoenix executed their offense. Yeah. They just executed all night. And with this being a team that is built on defensive interruption of your comfort zone, that has to be something that is glaring at this moment.
Michael, tomorrow you're back on TV. You're still going to hang out with us, but you're back on TV tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm going to flip a coin, and I'm going to give 100% to TV, and then I'm going to give 100% to radio, and then I'm going to go home down 200%.
Get ready to laugh all night as comedy superstar Joe Coy performs at Moda Center on November 29th. Don't miss your chance to catch one of the biggest names in comedy. Get your tickets now at rosequarter.com. We'll take a timeout. The Blazers fall to the Suns 127-110 on the Trailblazers Audio Network.
Joe Coy, Just Being Coy Tour.
Mentally, I've become my dad. My dad was like, oh, you listen to that hippity-hoppity? And now I'm sounding like my dad because I'm like, you're listening to that mumbly. You're listening to that mumbly. I don't even say word. Mumble.
Saturday, November 29th, Moda Center. Tickets on sale now at joecoy.com. Don't miss them, Portland. Joe Coy, Just Being Coy Tour.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more than 70 years. Our Go the Extra Mile service means more hustle, less hassle. We design our own exclusive tires to give you more tires made for the roads you drive, less compromise. All backed by America's best tire warranty included with every tire we sell. We're talking more unbeatable tire warranty, less charging you extra, like the other guys. It's why you get more from less. Book an appointment at leschwab.com.
Your home of the Portland Trailblazers, KPOJ AM Portland.
You're listening to the Trailblazers postgame show on the Trailblazers Audio Network.
Back at Moda Center, Blazers fall to the Suns 127-110 to open up this very quick 2-game back-to-back homestand before the Blazers head back out on the road for 3 more games. The Blazers will host the Chicago Bulls tomorrow night. Chad, this was a game that in the beginning of it, it started to get away from them in the first quarter, and then they were able to come back and make it a tight game. It was a 3-point game at halftime, but immediately that 12-0 run to start the third quarter, and they never got much closer than that.
Yeah, the third quarter was bizarre. They had finished that first half on such a great run, 8 straight points, and Denny Avdia got the 3, and then it was almost like they just hit a wall. They came out in the third and just ran out of gas and just did not have what it took to be able to play with the energy needed to be able to beat the Suns. And, a frustrating night for the Trailblazers, already down, a couple of key guys in Blake Wesley and Matisse Thybulle, and then you find out that once again you're going to be without Drew Holiday and no Jeremy Grant, and so you had guys trying to step into roles that they were unaccustomed to. And I credit them for the energy and the effort they put forth, but just not enough in the tank to be able to get the job done tonight.
No, they really didn't. And now hearing from Thiago, maybe something changes in the next 20 hours, but it sounds like Drew Holiday is going to be out tomorrow as well. He was not asked about Jeremy Grant, so you hope that he was out tonight with an illness. You hope that whatever he was bothering him, that he's ready to go tomorrow. But this team needs a ball handler right now.
Yeah, they need a ball handler. And I was talking with Sean Hyken from the Rose Garden Report earlier tonight, and he brought up a good idea that, maybe there's a possibility where the team can – look at other options with a two-way to where you can possibly find a ball handler out there, someone that can come in and provide some minutes while you've got, an assortment of guards out of the lineup, it's a real problem.
It is. Let's take a look at tonight's game summary brought to you by McDonald's. We'll start with the Suns. Devin Booker, 19 points. He had 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals. Colin Gillespie with 19 points off the bench, 6 assists, and 1 steal. Mark Williams, 15 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. Dylan Brooks, 12 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, and 3 steals. Ryan Dunn, 9 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, 5 steals. Royce O'Neal, 9 points, all coming in the first quarter on 3-pointers. He was 3 for 3 from 3 and then missed 7 in a row. He also had 5 rebounds, 1 assists, and 2 steals. Also, Iguodaro off the bench with 10 points, 4 rebounds. 14 points and 4 rebounds. Jordan Goodwin with 10 points, 4 rebounds, 3 steals, and a block. Nick Richards with 8 points, 2 rebounds, and a block. 5 points for Isaiah Livers with 2 rebounds. 4 points for Rasheer Fleming. He had 7 rebounds in just 10 minutes tonight. Jamari Bouye with 3 points. Nigel Hayes-Davis did not score. He had a rebound. The Suns shot 49%. 47 of 97. They were 14 of 40 from beyond the arc for 35%. 19 of 22 from the free throw line. 45 rebounds, 17 on the offensive glass. They had 24 assists, 18 turnovers, leading to 27 points. For the Blazers, Shaedon Sharpe with a game-high 19 points, added 3 assists and 2 rebounds with a steal. Deni Avdija, 19 points, snaps his streak of 8 straight games with 20 or more. He had 5 assists and 5 rebounds. Donovan Clingan, 9 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, and a season-high 5 blocked shots. Toumani Camara struggled tonight, 6 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. Chris Murray with 3 points, 4 rebounds in his first start of the season. Off the bench, Caleb Love was terrific tonight. 32 minutes. That was more than he had played his entire career in 5 games coming in. 17 points. He had 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal on 7 of 14 shooting, and 3 of 8 from beyond the arc. Young Hansen in 13 minutes tonight, which was a career high, had a career high with 9 points, career high 5 rebounds, career high 3 assists. He also added a block. Sidi Sissoko, season high 8 points, season high 5 assists, added 3 rebounds and 2 steals. Robert Williams III played just 8 minutes tonight, 4 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. Dwap Reith with 3 points, and Ryan Rupert with 3 points, 1 rebound, and 1 steal. The Blazers shot 43%, 42 of 97, 10 of 41 from beyond the arc for 24%, 16 of 20 from the free throw line, 43 rebounds, 15 on the offensive glass, 24 assists, 20 turnovers, leading to 21 points. Points in the paint tonight were even at 58. Second chance points to the Blazers, 16-11. Fast break points to the Suns, 29-9. There were 2 ties and 2 lead changes all in the first quarter in a game that took 2 hours and 15 minutes in front of 17,051 fans. Your locally owned and operated McDonald's are proud supporters of the Trailblazers. Download the McDonald's app today. Rip City, join us Wednesday, November 26th, as we take on the San Antonio Spurs at our annual Native American Heritage Celebration. A portion of the night's proceeds will support our incredible nonprofit partner, the Native Arts and Cultures Foundation. Don't miss out on an amazing night. Secure your tickets now at trailblazers.com/schedule. We'll take a timeout. Chad will have the highlights for you coming up next as the Blazers fall to the Suns, 127-110 here at Moda Center on the Trailblazers Audio Network.
Trailblazers fans, the new Icon and Association Edition jerseys are here. The look's updated, but the meaning, that's always been up to you. Because in Rip City, it's not about what you got on, it's about the person who puts it on. This is more than a jersey. It's a reflection of pride, grit, and everything you stand for. Wear it your way, Rip City. The jersey's not the story, you are. Now available at ripcityclothing.com or visit our flagship store at Moda Center. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 4.
Spotting the perfect fit is kind of your thing. So when it comes to finding a used car, start your search at FordBlueAdvantage.com and find the perfect certified pre-owned vehicle at your local Ford dealer. One that comes with serious perks, like a thorough inspection, a Ford-backed warranty, even a Carfax report. Because you know what they say, the best finds are the ones that feel made for you. Ford Blue Advantage. Used car buying that's built for you. Available at participating dealers only. See your dealer for details and limitations.
You're listening to the Trailblazers postgame show on the Trailblazers Audio Network.
Rip City, a new season is here, and you don't want to miss a minute of the action. Official, verified Ticketmaster tickets for all games are on sale now at trailblazers.com. Log on and secure your tickets today and get ready to rock Moda Center for another unforgettable year of Trailblazers basketball. Well, I'll tell you one thing that wasn't unforgettable tonight. That was that third quarter. Let's take a listen to the second half highlights brought to you by McDonald's. Your locally owned and operated McDonald's are proud supporters of the Trailblazers. Download the McDonald's app now. Well, the Trailblazers had a great ending to the first half. They went on an 8-0 run. They held the Suns to one field goal in the final 3 minutes of the first half. And Denny Avdia hit a three, and they were down by just 3 at 54-51. But the Suns took control of the game at the start of the third with a 12-0 run, finished off by Dunn.
Cross-court pass to Dunn in the corner. Three-pointer. That's good. 15-point Phoenix lead. 12-0 run to start the quarter.
And Dunn finished the night 4 of 8 from the field. Well, finally, the Blazers able to end and get off the schneid thanks to Robert Williams.
Love, cross-court to Sissoko. Gets to the free throw line. Lob to Williams in the dunk. That is the first field goal of the period for the Blazers, and it comes at the 6:47 mark.
The Blazers showed a little bit of life later in the third when they got back-to-back threes from Tamana Kamara.
Jackson kicks to Kamara, raises for three again, and it's good again. Back-to-back threes for Kamara.
But it was just too much Phoenix in the second half, and it was Goodwin who provided the frosting on the cake.
Sissoko hits it into Hansen. A bad pass and a turnover. Goodwin in the front court drives and dunks it. This is getting ugly. Again, Michael, this looks a lot like the game against the Rockets. Close until halftime in the third quarter early. Things get away.
And I'll tell you what's the similarities in the two games was the physicality of the Rockets and the physicality of the Suns.
And Jordan Goodwin tonight, one of 6 Suns who were in double figures. And Phoenix gets the win by a final score of 127-110. They have now won 6 of their last 7, and the Trailblazers are on a 3-game slide with the Chicago Bulls coming to town tomorrow night. We'll come back on the McDelivery postgame show. When we do, we'll go inside the numbers with the principal Curtis Long and more from the voice of your Trailblazers, Travis Demers, here on the Trailblazers Audio Network.
Family owned and operated, environmentally conscious recycling. Visit them today at ecrrecycling.com for all your commercial and residential material recovery services. That's ecrrecycling.com. Wherever you are, choose ECR.
McValue at McDonald's has any size soft drink for $1.49.
What was that?
I feel like when you just say after you drink, you're missing an opportunity. Check it out. $1.49 for any size Coca-Cola or Diet Coke.
Okay, here goes.
Sprite too. Any soft drink, any size. $1.49.
This deal is
awesome. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
In business, having a solid game plan is key to success. That's why Northwest businesses partner with Columbia Bank. And now Columbia is partnering with another local favorite, your Portland Trailblazers. See how Columbia can help your business grow at ColumbiaBank.com. Member FDIC.
Class, today we're talking March Madness. Open your textbooks. Join thousands of other screaming fans for an in-person experience you have to see to believe. March Madness, March 19th and 21st in Portland, Oregon. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/MBB tickets.
I got my tickets, Professor.
See you at the big dance.
You're listening to the Trailblazers postgame show on the Trailblazers Audio Network.
Back at Moda Center, the Blazers fall to the Phoenix Suns, 127-110, our final score. Fans, make sure you download the McDonald's app today to score deals on your favorite menu items, earn points with every purchase, and redeem for free food on your next visit. Order ahead to save time or order McDelivery right to your door. The principal, Curtis Long, has had the task of handling these stats tonight, Curtis, and What do you got for us?
We got a few things. I know you looked up during a commercial break and said Donovan Clingan had 5 blocks tonight. He did. 5 blocks tonight, and actually he now has 10 blocks in first quarters this season. That is second most in the entire NBA. Miles Turner of the Bucks leads that with 12. Donovan Clingan right behind him now with 10. Scotty Barnes has 9 first quarter blocks so far this season. It's also the second time this season that Clingan has had more blocks than the opposing team combined. Donovan had 5. The Suns only had 4. Caleb Love is the 4th rookie to score 11 or more points in an opening quarter this season. He joins VJ Edgecombe of the Sixers, Derek Queen of the Pelicans, and Will Richard of the Warriors are the only rookies to score 11 or more points in an opening quarter so far this season. How about Shaedon Sharpe? He's reached double figures in scoring now 28 straight games, including tonight. That's the longest active streak in the NBA among players who are 22 or younger. He had 20 points in the first half. That's the 10th time in his career that he scored 20 or more in a single half. His career high for points in a half, 26. He had those in the second half in a 2023 game in Detroit. And the Blazers, we know this, trailed by 18 at the end of the third quarter, 100-82. Well, have the Blazers ever won a game by trailing that many at the end of 3? Well, yes, they have. It's been a long time, though. 1974. They trailed by 18 against the Lakers, and they came back to win that one 100-97.
Well, at least it was against the Lakers.
It was against the Lakers, and this is the second time this season that an opponent has had 17 or more steals against the Trailblazers. Only one team in the entire NBA has had that happen to them once so far this season. That'd be the Utah Jazz.
Wow. Well, okay. Thank you, Curtis.
Spreading positivity.
Yeah. Chad, let's take a look at a couple of things that are positive tonight, as Curtis just mentioned. And Robert Williams III tonight, as Tiago Splitter talked about, didn't play a lot of minutes. He played 8 minutes tonight. I don't know if that was by design or if that's how the game went. He has not played consecutive games on consecutive nights in his 3 years with the Trailblazers. But, you look at that, he has now played 35 games with the Trailblazers, 6 games his first year, 20 games last year, and now 9 games this season. So the fact that he only played 8 minutes, that's a good sign. You will see if he's going to be available tomorrow night.
I wouldn't play him. I would rest him and just continue to take the long approach with Robert Williams. That would be my preference because it's not worth it for a one-game situation when you're going to be undermanned anyways against the Chicago Bulls. And he is so valuable to them right now based on what you have with Donovan Clingan and then Robert Williams III, and you've got a young guy in Young Hansen who's still learning. So my preference would be that you rest him, but if he wants to give it a go and he feels like his body is ready for that and the training staff believes that, then it would be nice to have him out there. But I'm looking at the Bulls right now who have played some pretty good basketball of late. If Drew Holiday can't play and we don't know about the status of Jeremy Grant, I mean, they're not going to have the bodies just like we saw tonight against a team that's got some size and some guys who can hurt you.
Robert Williams is also, Chad, the veteran that's available right now. Yeah. He's 28 years old. Only Dwap Reith is older than him by a few months, but he's 28 years old. He's been in the league 8 years. Of the players available tonight, he was the veteran. So to your point about needing him beyond just tomorrow, especially if Drew is going to be out for more than a couple of days, and we'll see what happens with Jeremy Grant. That's just an illness, fortunately, not an injury, so we hope he's back soon. You're going to need a veteran on the floor, and he's as smart as anybody is on this team.
Yeah, there's no question. And plus, after this home back-to-back, when they finish that up, they got some challenging games right ahead on the schedule, too. So I just, like we talked about yesterday on the Section 113 podcast, Trav, my biggest concern right now is just bodies that are available. And I got to be honest with you. I mean, the game that third quarter was ugly, right? Yep. It was, or as you would say, it was gross. It was. But I love the effort that I saw tonight from guys who don't normally get a chance to play. They were undermanned big time tonight, and they continue to fight until they just hit the wall and ran out of the gas coming off a 5-game road trip. So I like the effort, and the reality is that it's going to be a bit of a struggle at times until they get their bodies back. So just continue to fight. And, Coach Splitter's a man of conviction, so he's not going to, run from the things that he does. And,
Right.
and I think the Blazers are going to be fine. But it's difficult for anyone when you're down multiple guys and you have no guards, no point guards on your roster. That's tough.
It is. And, Tiago mentioned that based on who's available, the style of game that they want to play, they might have to change it up a bit because they can't do all the things that they want to do the way they want to do them with the players that are available. And it's not a knock on those guys, Chad. They just have different skill sets.
Different skill sets and less experience. So, what do you see a lot of times in any sport when you have inexperience or guys playing in positions they're not accustomed to? A lot of times the coaches will simplify the approach, simplify the attack to make it easier on those guys. Because what you want is if you got young guys like Sissoko or whoever's on the floor, Caleb Love, you want them thinking less and just reacting more and relying on their athleticism.
Right. You simplify the playbook when you have a rookie quarterback.
Absolutely. You make it simple for them so they can just go out there and do what comes natural to them. That's play ball. So, but I was very happy with the effort tonight. But again, when you're coming off a 5-game road trip and you're down multiple guys and you're playing this hard, it's not surprising they hit the wall. And unfortunately, it came against a team that's been very hot of late in the Suns.
Yeah, and so that was, in terms of days, the longest trip of the season. There were no back-to-backs on that trip. But it was a long trip, Chad. It was a long, tiring trip. You had a 6-hour flight to start the trip, a 4-hour flight to end the trip, an overtime game to end the trip, different time zones. It is the NBA, but it is tiring, and you could tell that this team was tired tonight. Denny Avdia looked tired. A bunch of guys looked tired, and unfortunately that's something in this league that everybody has to deal with.
Yeah, and big shout-out to you mentioned his prowess on the offensive glass. Donovan Clingan tonight working his tail off. In the face of a lot of physicality tonight, 12 rebounds, 7 offensive rebounds, had 9 points. I thought he was terrific, and Shaedon Sharpe continues to look even more comfortable on the offensive end, 29 points tonight on 50% shooting from the floor. So there are good things, and you've got to look for those during the difficult moments, but there are some good things that are coming out of these games for the Trailblazers.
Donovan Clingan now leading the NBA. He has 65 offensive rebounds in 14 games, Chad. That's an average of 4.6 offensive rebounds a game.
No, he's working his tail off. I love his approach, and he's one of those guys who he just wants to do whatever is necessary to help the team win. And he's one of the guys who, when he says that, he means it. And a lot of guys talk about that, but Clingan is the guy who backs it up. I love his attitude and approach, and he will go out there and continue to bang. And you were right, too. And Michael talked about it. You talked about it. The officials let this game get out of control early. Yeah. And the Blazers were subjected to a lot of physicality, but Donovan Clingan's one of those guys who does not back down. He continues to fight, and we saw a lot of that tonight, especially in that first half.
By the way, this is also the first game this season Donovan Clingan did not attempt a three. He's been taking about 3 a night when he only took about 1 a game last year. He did not take one tonight.
I saw him, practicing a three-point stroke, going around the horn there in the pregame. And he's got a pretty good nice stroke. I'm like, let's get a few more of those to go down during the games, big guy. But, yeah, he looks a lot more comfortable on the release shooting the threes this year than he did last year.
A couple other things, Chad. You mentioned Caleb Love. He was terrific tonight. He really was. 7 of 14 from the floor, 17 points. He had 7 rebounds in this game, a few assists. And he showed conviction on the offensive end, and this team really needed somebody to have that kind of conviction.
All right, here is one little detail I wanted to give you in case you didn't know. Tonight the game was on NBC.
Yes.
First time the Blazers have been on NBC since Sunday, February 17th, 2002. Blazers beat the Lakers in Portland 111-105. That comes courtesy of our good friend Dylan Bershon, who has listened to us on the Trailblazers Audio Network.
Is he listening in where's he, Denver?
Denver, yes.
Appreciate it, Dylan. Good stuff. Yeah, that's 20, almost 23 years.
Yes, 23 years, and big shout out to NBC. It's now 11:09 p.m., my friend.
Yeah. Also, Young Hansen tonight, his first game back after spending some time in the G League. He hadn't played since Halloween, and I think he got some of his confidence back down there in the G League the last couple of weeks.
He played well in the G League, was pretty dominant down there, in fact. And tonight, what I like about his minutes on the floor, especially in that second quarter, he made a contribution. His presence, he had an early turnover, but then had a good assist, was able to get a bucket. I mean, he made a difference in that second quarter run when the Blazers got back in the game.
Sidy Cissoko tonight, Chad. He had a big night in terms of minutes, 28 minutes. It's a season high. And while he didn't put up a ton of numbers in terms of points and the shooting, his effort was terrific, and he made a lot of really good decisions in this game.
Yeah, he plays really hard, and I think it's just a guy who, as he gets more experience, the game will start to slow down because his offensive game looks really rough right now, but his energy and his effort and his physicality were needed in a game like this where the Suns were out there looking to mug guys.
You ready to do this again tomorrow night, Chad?
Yes, I am ready, and bring on the Bulls. And they're playing good basketball right now, so we'll see what the Blazers can do and how they can match up and who's going to be available before that game tomorrow.
Well, that'll do it for us. The Blazers President of Business Operations, Dwayne Hankins, Executive Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer, Kevin Kinghorn, Senior Vice President of Brand Marketing, Ryan Flaherty, Senior Director of Content Strategy, Aaron Grossman, and production by the Little General, Dave Barbaras. Our arena engineer tonight, Travis Clinton. Studio engineer and network coordinator, the captain, Rich Patterson. And our statistician, the principal, Curtis Long. The fifth quarter with Chris Burkhardt is coming up next on our flagship station, 620 a.m. Rip City Radio in Portland. And our next broadcast tomorrow night as the Blazers host the Chicago Bulls. Chad will have the pregame show at 6 p.m. with tip-off at 7. Our final score once again, the Phoenix Suns 127, your Portland Trailblazers 110. For Michael Holton and Chad Dewing, I'm Travis Demers saying so long from Moda Center on the Portland Trailblazers Audio Network.
You've been listening to the Trailblazers postgame show on the Trailblazers Audio Network.
This has been Portland Trailblazers basketball. Wherever you may be, good night, everybody.
620 Rip City Radio, KPOJ, Portland, an iHeart radio station. It's time for the fifth quarter with Chris Burkhardt, live from the Coors Light Studios. Coors Light, choose chill.
Shout out to the man, the myth, the legend, Brendan Slaughter, for picking Enter Sandman as an intro song to this late night edition of the fifth quarter. He knew what he was doing, because that is, say your prayers, little one. Sleep with one eye open. Grip your pillow tight. That's definitely what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. You ever see like the Tom and Jerry meme, where he's sitting there and he's trying to get his eyelids open by taping them to his forehead? That's about how I feel right now. 11 o'clock, because it was an 8 p.m. tip. NBC in town. The Blazers getting the national TV coverage. Everybody watching. And you know what? Even shorthanded, they looked good for a minute. No Drew Holiday tonight as he's nursing an injury. No Jeremy Grant, who was a late scratch due to an illness. Chris Murray gets the start for your Blazers tonight. Starting lineup was Chris Murray, Toumani Camara, Donovan Clegan, Shaden Sharp, and Denny Avdia. That left the bench pretty depleted, so you knew that it was going to be a rough game, and through the first half it looked pretty good, and then in the second half I think the minutes caught up, the fatigue caught up, and the Blazers just ran out of gas. Welcome in to the fifth quarter. Chris Burkhardt here with you. If you want to join the conversation, 503-248-0620 is telephone number. Of course, you go to youtube.com, type in Rip City Radio 620, and we got a new fancy way for you to chime in and chat with us, and that is the text line. You can text us here at Rip City Radio at 88528. In fact, you should probably do that instead of calling. I apologize to my producer, Brendan. He and I talked about this pregame. The phones are not working tonight. Got our engineer on it. He will fix them. So if you're trying to call and you can't get through, that is why. So hit up the text line. 88528 is the number. And, of course, youtube.com. Type in Rip City Radio and join the chat there. So let's take a look at what happened tonight for your Portland Trailblazers. Right out of the gate, the Suns tried to put it on them. They got out to a quick 16-7 lead. Blazers called time with about 8 minutes left in the first quarter. They answered with a quick 7-2 run of their own, and things were good there. Phoenix was up 35-32 after one. Caleb Love
He had 11 points in the first quarter. The Blazers were sticking with the Suns. In the second quarter, Young Hansen Mania took over as Young got into the game after being recalled from the Rip City remix. And let me tell you what, he actually looked pretty darn good tonight. And the Blazers were battling. They were answering every little mini run that Phoenix had with one of their own. They went into the locker room thanks to a late three-pointer by Denny Avdia, trailing 64-61. Not too bad. Caleb Love, 13 points at the half. Shaedon Sharpe had 20. Denny had 12. Devin Booker led the Suns with 13. Then in the third quarter, unfortunately, the wheels did fall off for your Portland Trailblazers. They were outscored by the Phoenix Suns, 36-21 in the quarter. The Blazers shot 5 of 22, good for just 22% from the field in that quarter. Meanwhile, Phoenix shot 14 of 26, good for 53.8. That quarter definitely was the unraveling. And in the fourth quarter, they tried. I mean, the game was out of hand. They outscored the Suns 28-27, but when you get outscored by that 15-point margin in the third quarter, and this team just lacks the offensive power to get back into these type of games, they just didn't have it defensively. I think it came back to what we were talking about pregame. Effort there, but just not making some smart plays. I actually thought Toumani Camara was trying his best, and he was going everywhere. Sometimes the other four players on the court just weren't moving like him, so it made it kind of rough. Let's take a look at the box score, starting with the Phoenix Suns. Ryan Dunn had 9 points. Royce O'Neal had 9 points. 15 points from Mark Williams. 12 points from Dylan Brooks. Devin Booker had 19 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. Colin Gillespie had 19 points off of the bench. 14 from Oso Ighodaro, and 10 points from Jordan Goodwin. On the Blazers side of things, Chris Murray in the rare start, he had 3 points on 1 of 4 shooting. That was a three-pointer. 6 points from Toumani Camara, who struggled from the field tonight. 2 of 10, just 2 of 9 from 3-point range, despite the fact that, friend of the show, JJ, definitely swore that he hit one from the corner. He did not. Box score does not lie. 9 points from Donovan Clingan to go along with 12 rebounds and 5 block shots, which was more than the Suns had in total. 19 points from Denny Avdia, and Shaedon Sharpe led all scorers with 29 points. On the Trailblazers bench, Sidi Sissoko had 8 points, 4 points for Robert Williams in just 8 minutes. Caleb Love actually had a pretty darn good game. He was 7 of 14 from the floor, 3 of 8 from beyond the arc. He had 17 points. And, of course, Blazer fans, I think, loved the fact that they got to see 13 minutes of action from Young Hansen. He had 9 points, 3 assists, 5 rebounds, and a block shot. Final score, though, 127-110 in favor of the favor of the Suns. Excuse me. Once again, if you want to join the conversation, head to YouTube.com, type in Rip City Radio, join the conversation there, and of course, head on over to the new fancy text line. Grab your phone, save the number 88528. Send us your texts. Even though I know how Rip City feels, and Rip City, a lot of people are probably sleeping right now. I'm exhausted. You're exhausted. And guess what? They get to do it again tomorrow. They get to do it again tomorrow against a very good Chicago Bulls team. The Chicago Bulls team maybe not playing as well as they were to start the season, but still good enough to win some ball games. All right, taking a look at the YouTube chat. Ignatius says, watching from Boone. Yeah, I know you are. I know you are, even though you really aren't. You guys have really, you're taking on this like college football 26 role play just a little too far. Okay, I am hosting this show from Waikiki Beach then. The Blazers running out of gas without a steering wheel, says Sean. Yeah, that's not a bad way of putting it, man. It's just the depth is hard. Like, I know that we want this team to play well. I know you want this team to win, but you do have to be realistic. I thought Tiago Splitter kind of said it best at the end of the night in his post-game presser, talking about like a lot of the guys getting big minutes tonight are guys that are developmental players. Like they are guys that they're still trying to bring along and get ready and get into NBA shape, so to speak. Caleb Love being one, Young Hansen being one, Ryan Rupert being another. Even mentioned Shaedon Sharpe is still the guy that, yeah, he gets out there and he takes 24 shots. He leads the team in scoring, but he's still part of that young core that they're developing. And so when you take that depth out, that definitely hurts. It's going to be hard. And then when you have no point guard to run the offense, it's going to hurt even more. Dennis says the Blazers didn't have any gas to start. Well, then the Fumes did a good job carrying them. Because again, I thought they did good in the first quarter. They did good in the second. It was that whole second half was just deflating. Is a good way of putting it. And at some point too, the 3-pointers not falling, they need to deviate from that, not just because it's costing them points because they're not hitting shots, but how many long rebounds was Phoenix getting that led to just easy dunks on the other side because they're getting the rebound at half court, shots missing, and boom, big bounce, and there you go. And, of course, there was plenty of air balls, too. It was just not great. SpongeBob says, hello, I am Victor from Turkey. You guys need Simon's offense.